Fight Night, only on DAZN. Who knew you need sunglasses in England? It's a sunny day in London, believe it or not. My name is Todd Grisham. We're outside the historic Guildhall, one of the most amazing buildings in all of England. In fact, William Wallace, Braveheart himself's trial was held right inside that building. Today, not quite as much drama, at least we don't think so. It's the final press conference before Saturday's main event. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's live on DAZN.
Live on DAZN, September 21st. Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois fight for the IBF World Heavyweight title. AJ stands on the brink of history to become a three-time world champion. Daniel Dynamite Dubois, Britain's silent powerhouse, stands in his way. An explosive night at Wembley awaits.
Who do you think you are? Daniel, don't disrespect me.
Joshua versus Dubois. Live on DAZN, September 21st. Buy now at DAZN.com.
And with that, we welcome you inside the beautiful Guildhall, which was originally built as the headquarters for the City of London in 1410. That's before Christopher Columbus even thought about sailing to the United States. In fact, below our very feet is a Roman amphitheater, which was the scene of gladiators fighting to the death just shy of 2,000 years ago. This place is steeped in history, and another chapter will be written today. Will we one day perhaps see a statue of AJ and Daniel Dubois inside Guildhall? Stranger things have happened 48 hours away from one of the biggest fight nights Great Britain has ever seen, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Todd Grisham. This, of course, is Barry Jones, Darren, and Ariel Hawani. Congratulations on your new show with Adi. It starts today, does it not?
It does, yes. After the press conference, we'll react to it all. But what an intro from this guy, huh?
Flawless.
You gave me goosebumps there.
Hey, thank you. You know, the last 2 days, it's been all these British guys. We needed a voice of reason
right.
from the United States. But it's been quite a week, Barry, and we were getting a nice tour of England from Riyadh season, aren't we?
Yeah, we've got to see, all Riyadh season weeks are fantastic, and this is maybe one of the best because we got to see every part of London pretty much. It's been unbelievable. London Bridge, of course, started off in there, which was fantastic. Then we've gone on to Leicester Square, which was amazing. Here, the Guildhall, where I made my debut underneath. That's how old I am. It's just been a great week, hasn't it, Darren?
Yeah, it really has, and you mentioned Leicester Square there. It was something new. I mean, we didn't have a red carpet, we had a purple carpet, but we see, London town come out in full force. It was brilliant to see. It really captured the imagination, having two Brits top of the bill at the National Stadium. It really, really was a special event here. I mean, the whole week has been a special event, and as the week has gone along, the atmosphere, the intensity, the energy is just ramped up.
Talk about energy. We're coming for the United States, Ariel. We had the big UFC event at the Sphere. We had Canelo Alvarez fighting at T-Mobile, and now we've got 96,000 at Wembley on Saturday. One of the greatest fight weeks ever, probably.
I couldn't agree more. Las Vegas likes to call itself the fight capital of the world. If you ask me, England is the fight country of the world. There is no fight that could sell out 96,000 tickets in the United States, in Canada, really anywhere in the world. And it's so great to see the British public getting behind Anthony Joshua, because let's not forget, just 2 years ago, it felt like everyone was ready to move on from him. As he's in the ring, he has the belts, he's throwing them out of the ring. He's essentially having an emotional breakdown at the press conference, at the dais alongside Eddie Hearn. Who would have thought 2 years later we'd be in a situation like this where really he's the A side, 96,000, one of the biggest crowds ever in the history of boxing, two Brits going toe-to-toe with a chance to become three-time world champion, with a chance to then become undisputed champion. It's a beautiful story, and I can't wait to witness it live.
There's a lot of people saying AJ's been here, done that, he's used to this, but for Dubois, he might freeze under the bright lights. Do you get that sense from Daniel at all?
I mean, on paper you feel that could be the case, but he's shown nothing but confidence this week. I mean, an unusual confidence for someone who really hasn't been in this sort of magnitude of a fight before. See, 96,000 is a big crowd for anybody, and Joshua, it's been a while since he boxed in Wembley Stadium, so he'll be nervous as well. But Joshua's used to the huge crowds, he's used to the 24/7 attention, but Dubois is not. So how he copes, and also, by the way, the closer it gets to the fight, the more intense it becomes for the fighter. So how will he cope?
مساء الخير واهلا بكم معنا مرة تانية نتابع هذه التغطية الممتدة على أيام للحدث العالمي الكبير، مباراة يوم السبت القادم، سيزن رياض كارد، أكبر مباريات للملاكمة في الملاكمة البريطانية والعالمية على أحزمة وعلى ألقاب. وعلى أشياء كثيرة. زي ما حضراتكم عارفين كل يوم في تصاعد، في كريشندو، في حدث جديد، في شيء جديد بيحصل. النهارده المؤتمر الصحفي الرسمي للمباراة، المنظمين واللاعبين الأساسيين والناس اللي مسؤولة عن الماتش هتطلع تاخد أسئلة من الصحافة العالمية علشان يقولوا للناس إيه اللي هيحصل يوم السبت القادم اللي بينتهي بمباراة بين جوشوا ودوبوا على حزام الوزن الثقيل. مباراة قوية طبعا، قبليها عدد آخر من المباريات على أحزمة وعلى ألقاب عالمية. أنا بس عايز أقول لحضراتكم إحنا موجودين في قاعة أو في مبنى عمره أكتر من 600 سنة. هذا المبنى مخصص إنه يتعمل فيه اجتماعات مدينة لندن، أحداث هامة، أحداث كبيرة، ولكن لأول مرة مؤتمر صحفي عالمي، مؤتمر صحفي كبير علشان مباراة ملاكمة أو يوم الملاكمة بتاع رياض سيزن. علشان تفهم بس ماذا حدث، عشان تقدر سيبك انت ليك في الملاكمة، ليك في الوزن التقيل، وزن الريشة، وزن خفيف، لازم تفهم انه موسم الرياض وتركي آل الشيخ لما دخلوا هذه الصناعة من 10 شهور بس أضافوا ليها الكثير من الفخامة، الكثير من العظمة. وعلى فكرة هذا الأمر يعني مش منظر وحاجات كده، لا، ده كل ده مفيد للصناعة، مفيد للمشاهدة، مفيد للرعاة، مفيد لكل الناس اللي شغالة في هذا الأمر، مفيد للمحطات، مفيد البيبر فيو، مفيد للرياضة نفسها، مفيد للاعبين. اللاعبين دلوقتي بقى عندهم رغبة قوية ان هم يبقوا موجودين في هذه المناسبات اللي بينظمها موسم الرياض، يبقوا عايزين يبقوا موجودين في هذا الأمر، لأنه بيحاط بكل وسائل الأبهة والترفيه والوقار لتعود مرة أخرى هذه اللعبة إلى سابق عهدها من الإثارة. الإنجليز هنا النهاردة بيقولوا لك إيه؟ يقول لك إحنا أول مرة نشوف حدث رياضي موجود في لندن بيطغى على كرة القدم. أنتوا سامعين الكلمة دي يعني إيه؟ أنت موجود في البلد التي صنعت كرة القدم. فهو بيقول لك إحنا قليل جدا أما نشوف في حدث رياضي لرياضة أخرى غير كرة القدم، غير ليفربول وغير مانشستر سيتي وغير كل هذه الأشياء، وانت بتلعب في أيام بيبقى فيها الدوري الإنجليزي شغال وكله شغال. ولذلك الإنجليز بيقولوا إنه هذا الزخم الكبير من الكلام على هذه المباراة قدر إنه هو يوصل الاهتمام، يوصل يعني واحنا ماشيين في الشارع كده، انت جاي تعمل ايه؟ والله انا جاي في البوكسنج. واو، يوم السبت يا جوشوا دوبوا. الناس فاهمه ايه الحكايه وايه الموضوع. زي ما بقول لكم احنا موجودين في مكان رهيب. يعني انا بسال بقول لهم يا جماعه القاعه دي عمرها قد ايه؟ قال لك 600 سنه. 600 سنه لو تشوف الفخامه اللي موجوده فيها كل هذا الامر. طيب عايز اقول لحضرتك حاجه، سيبك من القاعه، انظر الى الحضور الاعلامي. ابعد انا كده وانظر حضرتك الى الحضور الاعلامي. احنا واقفين طابور، احنا واقفين طابور علشان نقول على مؤتمر صحفي على مباراه للملاكمه. هذا الاهتمام ليس صدفه، هذا الاهتمام ليس مجامله، هذا الاهتمام ليس من قبيل المتابعة فقط، لأن لو المتابعة فقط لن تجد هذا الزحام، لن تجد هذا الإعلام. نتحدث عن راديوهات، نتحدث عن تلفزيونات، نتحدث عن قنوات رياضية متخصصة، نتحدث عن TNT، نتحدث عن BBC سبورت، نتحدث عن سكاي سبورت، نتحدث عن أشياء كثيرة جدا. وكبار المعلمين الأساتذة بتوع الرياضة اللي موجودين في بريطانيا وفي العالم. حدث كبير بامتياز. في هذا المؤتمر هيكون في فرصة لمراسلي الصحف العالمية والمحطات العالمية ان هم يسألوا اللعيبة، يسألوا المنظمين على كل الأشياء اللي ممكن يحبوا يعرفوا تفاصيلها عن يوم السبت. على فكرة بكرة أيضا هناك حدث آخر، بكرة الميزان، وطبعا ده بيخلوه قبل الماتش على طول علشان يشوفوا ميزان الناس في ساعات قبل المباراة. نحن نتحدث عن أكبر أسماء في الملاكمة الإنجليزية. طبعا هيكون في حضور كبير زي ما حضراتكم عارفين اللي بيتابع معانا. حدث ويمبلي 96,000 تذكرة. الأنظار كلها ستتجه لويمبلي يوم السبت، ومفيش كرسي فاضي غير الملايين اللي هتتفرج على البيبر فيو، الناس اللي بتحجز المشاهدة بتاعتها من دلوقتي علشان يوم السبت تتفرج. فبكرة هيكون في الميزان وهيكون برضو حدث. احنا كل يوم في الثلاث اربع ايام اللي فاتوا احنا كل يوم عندنا حدث جديد في مكان جديد، مكان عظيم، مكان كبير، ولكن لم نكن نتخيل انه سيكون بهذه العراقة، بهذا الابهار. لانه خد بالك من حاجه، هو ممكن كان المؤتمر الصحفي ده يتعمل في احد قاعات الفنادق، في مكان من الاماكن الرياضيه، ولكن انك تكون في مكان بهذه العراقه تم اختيار كل التفاصيل من خلال المنظم اللي هو موسم الرياض. تفاصيل كلها تدعو انك تبقى حاسس بكثير من الفخر. مفيش تفصيلة ما تمش الاعتناء بها، لأنه هذا الأمر هو هام جدا، بيلقي بالضوء على المباراة ويخلي الناس متحمسة جدا وفي انتظار هذا القتال الكبير. حضراتكم عارفين طبعا المباراة النهائية جوشوا ودوبوا، المواجهة بين السن، الخبرة، التكتيك، وبين السرعة والقوة. هيكون طبعا كلاش كبير جدا، دبابتين بشريتين داخلين في بعض. حضراتكم عملنا لكم انترفيوهات مع كل الملاكمين. طبعا الحمد لله احنا لنا هنا امتياز عظيم، لان احنا تابعين لموسم الرياض، تابعين لMBC، فلينا مكان جيد في هذا المكان، وبنقدر ان احنا نذيع لحضراتكم كل يوم تتابعوا. وزي ما بقول لك القضيه ليست قضيه الملاكمه، خلاص انت الملاكمه بتحبها، انت غاوي كوره، انت غاوي باسكت بول، زي ما انت عايز، انما الحدث في تفاصيله، الحدث في اساسه مبهر جدا. يعني مشاهده، شيء تتعلم منه، شيء تشوفه، شيء تبقى سعيد بيه، تبقى سعيد ان في دولة عربية قادرة على انها تبقى موجودة في هذه الصناعة. لقد حضرت يا سادة بداية الدخول في هذا الامر ولم نكمل 10 اشهر. في 10 اشهر فقط انت اصبحت هنا، اصبحت مؤثر، اصبحت منظم، اصبحت قويا. كلم اي واحد في صناعة الملاكمة النهاردة يقول لك انا عايز اكون في موسم الرياض، انا عايز اكون في هذا المكان، انا عايز اشارك في هذه المباريات. المسألة ليست من السهولة بمكان ان انت تجيب اتنين يضربوا بعض، يعني المسألة مش بالتبسيط المخل ده، ولكن المسألة لا علاقة بانك قادر على انك تضع هذا الملاكم في اطار عظيم، في اطار قوي، في اطار يجعله يشعر انه مطلوب، يشعر انه رقم صعب، يشعر انه يساوي وزنه ذهبا. فده اللي قدر موسم الرياض ينقله. كانت هذه الصناعة تمر بمرحلة هدوء شديد، مش عايز اقول لحضراتكم ملل، ولكن يأتي موسم الرياض ويستطيع ان هو يقول للناس لا، تعالوا نضع الكثير من التوابل، نضع الكثير من الإثارة، نضع الكثير من الكهرباء على هذه اللعبة التي تستحق بالفعل، لأنها ليست لعبة سهلة. إجراءات هذا الحدث ليست زي إجراءات ماتش كرة قدم، ليست زي ماتش جولف، لا، الملاكمة لها أحداثها، لها قوتها. أنا بسأل واحد هنا من أكبر النقاد الرياضيين، بقول له أنت عمرك جيت هنا؟ قال لي أبدا. عمركم شفتوا حاجة عاملة كده؟ قال لي أبدا. إنجليزي. قال لي أبدا أبدا أبدا، نو واي، إحنا ما شفناش الكلام ده غير دلوقتي. هتقول لي طيب وهو ده يعني مبالغة؟ لا، ما فيش مبالغة ولا حاجة. أنت العائد اللي بيجي لك عامل إزاي؟ انت العائد اللي بيجي لك من هذا الامر ان كل الناس عندها حاله اهتمام، كل الناس قطعت التذاكر، كل الناس بتحجز الان البيبر فيو بتاعها عشان تتفرج. كل ده دخل ليك، انت تستثمر ولا تصرف، انت تستثمر استثمارا رياضيا عظيما بيجي قدامه مقابل مادي، مقابل عالمي، مقابل اقتصادي. كل انواع المقابل بتعود عليك مره تانية. وزي ما بقول لحضرتك، لما تبص حواليك كده وتلاقي اسم رياض سيزن، تلقى علم المملكه العربيه السعوديه موجود في كل مكان، هذا هو الامر اللي انت يجب ان تراه. وزي ما بقول لحضرتك، الناس دي مش هتجيلك، يعني لو انت لست عظيما، لست قويا، لست مبهرا، لست منظما، الناس دي مش هتيجي. احنا بنتكلم على اعلام لسه فيه طوابير بره واقفه، ناس بتحاول انها تعمل التسجيل بتاعه تكون موجوده خلف الكاميرا، الكمبيوترات والناس اللي هتبعت البريكنج نيوز والاخبار والاخره. انت في مطبخ رياضي صعب ان يتجمع في كل الناس دي في مكان واحد دقائق. وهيبدا هذا المؤتمر الصحفي زي ما حضرتك شايف لافتة موسم الرياض في منتصف المنصة. لافتة موسم الرياض تظلل هذا الحدث. ولو كنت قلت لي من 10 أشهر ان احنا هنبقى موجودين هنا بالقوة دي، والله ما كنت اصدق. انا اقول ايه؟ انك هتنظم مباراة او 2 وخلاص، انما ان تكون لاعبا اساسيا، ان تكون مؤثرا رقم 1، هذا الامر لم نسمع به من قبل. والناس كلها والله الانجليز وانا بقابلهم يقولوا لي انتوا عملتوا ده ازاي؟ انتوا عملتوا الكلام ده في المدة القصيرة دي ازاي؟ قدرتوا ان انتوا تصلوا الى هذه المرحلة امتى؟ فطبعا شيء مهم. وهيكون شوية ومعانا زميلنا محمد قطب برضو علشان يقول لنا ماذا يعني هذا الامر اليوم. اهلا محمد، ازيك؟
مساء الخير.
اهلا.
مساء الخير، اهلا بيكم في جلدو، مكان مبهر جدا لبريس كونفرنس، لمؤتمر صحفي. اول مره نشوف مؤتمر صحفي لا للملاكمه ولا لاي لعبه اخرى. هنا مثلا مؤتمر ممكن يبقى لسياسات نقديه، ممكن يبقى حاجه لها علاقه بالعائله المالكه، لها علاقه بالسيتي اوف لندن، لكن ان احنا نشوف المبنى الفينيو الرائع دوت لمؤتمر صحفي في لعبه ملاكمه، ده شيء فعلا غير مسبوق. النهارده يوم آخر وآخر الكلمات اللي هنسمعها من الملاكمين، من جوشوا ودانيال دوبوا قبل لقاء يوم السبت. وصلنا للأمتار الأخيرة قبل نهاية البيلد اب، قبل ما نوصل للحظة الحقيقة. النهاردة يوم مهم، اللي فاتوا الأيام الأخيرة في التغطية الإعلامية من وسائل الإعلام جاي يلحقها النهاردة. اللي حابب يسمع آخر الكلمات من المنظمين سواء مورن أو إيدي هيرن أو من الاثنين ملاكمين، النهاردة يوم آخر أو يوم الكلمات الأخيرة من الملاكمين قبل النزال الكبير المنتظر يوم السبت. طبعا
انت راجل صحفي مقيم هنا في لندن، هذا الإقبال الكبير قول لي رأيك فيه.
لا طبعا يعني شيء لافت جدا. الناس حتى اللي مش مهتمه بتغطيه الملاكمه عاده شايفها موجوده. شايف الصحفيين طبعا المعتادين على تغطيه الملاكمه منبهرين ان المره دي احنا موجودين في جلدول، في قلب المركز المالي والتجاري في العاصمه، بكل ما تحمله القيمه بالنسبه لهذا المكان. شفنا التغطيه، شفنا المقابلات اللي فاتت مع الملاكمين بدأت تصدر على صفحات وسائل الإعلام، بدأت تأثر حتى على حظوظ الملاكمين في مكاتب المراهنات. خليني أقول لك إنه جوشوا دلوقتي 3-10 في مكاتب المراهنات، يعني اللي هيراهن ب10 جنيه على جوشوا هياخد 3 إذا فاز جوشوا، 4-11 لدوبوا، يعني اللي هيراهن ب4 على دانيال دوبوا هياخد 11 باوند. والتعادل وهو الأكثر ربحا لكنه الأقل احتمالا طبعا باوند قصاد 25 باوند. طبعا كل دوت تاثر بالتغطيه العالميه، تاثر بالحديث من الملاكمين السابقين، وناس كتير جدا بتشبه الاجواء اللي موجوده دلوقتي قبل النزال دوت بالاجواء اللي سبقت تتويج لونس لويس الملاكم البريطاني الشهير بلقب الوزن الثقيل في اوائل التسعينات في نزال بريطاني خالص. ايضا لويس نفسه قال انه خبره جوشوا تؤهله في المواعيد الكبيره انه يفوز يوم السبت، لكن كل شيء وارد، وشباب دوبوا وحماسه وقوته المفرطه على حلبة الملاكمة يمكنها أن تقلب كل التوقعات بكل تأكيد. لكن بالتأكيد التغطية الإعلامية بهذا الشكل بهذا المكان، أنا لم أسمع شخصيا في 5 سنوات وأكثر من وجودي هنا في بريطانيا عن مؤتمر صحفي في مكان متعلق بالرياضة في مكان بهذه القيمة أبدا.
محمد، هو الناس هتشوف إيه يعني عادة تقليديا إيه اللي بيحصل في المؤتمر الصحفي؟
تقليديا بنسمع حاجتين، بنسمع حاجات من المنظمين سواء ايدي هيرن او فرانك وورن، بيلقوا الكلمات الافتتاحيه بيتكلموا عن حظوظ الملاكمين بتوعهم. دانيال دوبوا وانتوني جوشوا برضو بيكون لهم كلمه. مش بس كده، احنا ممكن نشوف المواجهه الاخيره وجها لوجه بين الاثنين قبل الحلبة، قبل موعد يوم السبت، يعني بعد الكلمات كلها هنشوفهم مرة تانية وجها لوجه لالتقاط بعض الصور. مؤتمر الصحفي التقليدي العادي هو اللي بيصدر فيه معظم الاستفزازات، ممكن حد يدخل على ميكروفون التاني، الميكروفونات كلها مفتوحة، ممكن جوشوا فجأة ما يعجبوش كلمة من دوبوا فيدخل على الخط ويتكلم في قصة أو في موضوع معين متعلق بالنزال أو بكلمة ما عجبتهوش، إزاي يتداخل معاها. المنظمين أحيانا بيحاولوا يستفزوا الملاكم التاني، مثلا فرانك وورن كان دايما بيتكلم على كبر سن جوشوا، بيقول له أنت عندك 34 ولا 44، فجوشوا رد عليه قال له لا أنا عندي 24 والأفضل مني ما ظهرش حتى الآن. فموضوع إن هم يصدر منهم تصريحات خارج السياق شوية، خارج الاحترام المتبادل اللي شفناه، جزء مهم جدا من الإثارة والدراما اللي حوالين الملاكمة. المؤتمر الصحفي كل شيء وارد فيه، لكن بنسمع كلمات افتتاحية، بنسمع تصريحات أكثر تفصيلا من الملاكمين، لأنه عليهم أن يجيبوا على تساؤلات وسائل الإعلام اللي موجودة بعدد كثيف جدا هنا في جلدوغو.
محمد بشكرك، وأنا بشكر حضراتكم شكرا جزيلا. طبعا في دلوقتي المؤتمر الصحفي حضراتكم هتتابعوه وهتتابعوا اللي هيحصل فيه ايه دقائق ويبدأ، وهنفضل في هذه التغطية المستمرة المباشرة. خلينا نسيب حضراتكم، وهيكون معانا برضو محمد يقول لنا ايه اللي حصل، ونفهم برضو الأجواء في بريطانيا، الناس نفسها العادية بتقول ايه.
الناس في بريطانيا طبعا بدأنا نتكلم على المراهنات، مين يكسب، هتشوف الماتش فين يوم السبت، هتشوف الايفنت فين يوم السبت، ليام جالجر راجع، اللي فاتوا طبعا التذاكر ربنا معاه، يعني بيحاول دلوقتي يلاقي اجواء يعني تعوضوا شويه عن الغياب. لكن دايما الحديث عن اطلالات جوشوا وشعبيه جوشوا اللي بدات تتضح بشكل يعني مثير للانتباه في الفعاليات تلو الاخر. امبارح قدم نفسه في الحلبة مع نادي فينشلي بوكسينج كلوب اللي هو بيرعى الشباب اللي موجودين فيه بشكل كويس جدا، بيحاول التأكيد على سمعته كبطل مجتمعي، كبطل للشعب، هو من الشعب وإليهم. لكن أيضا كمان دانيال دوبوا في حضور عائلته، في حضور والده، كان في تساؤلات حول مدرب دانيال دوبوا فين هو موجود، وهو واحد من أهم الأشخاص في حياته. مدرب دانيال دوبوا كان مريض فغاب عن الأحداث الترويجية اللي فاتت، هنشوف إذا كان موجود النهاردة. والبريطانيين دايما بيتكلموا عن إن دي لحظة مهمة جدا للملاكمة البريطانية، إزاي إن إحنا وصلنا للحظة اللي بريطانيا رجعت فيها تاني كمحطة أنظار العالم في الملاكمة بفضل موسم الرياض، بفضل الاستثمار اللي قدمته هيئة الترفيه في الحدث دوت، اللي خدنا في جولة كلنا في لندن، فكرنا بالأماكن اللي حتى ما جيناهاش من فترة طويلة، وفكر الناس إن الأماكن دي يمكن تستخدم بشكل مختلف وتظهر فيها القيمة والإضافة اللي بتقدمها بريطانيا لعالم الرياضة والعالم الملاكمة بشكل عام.
بكرة هيبقى فيه الميزان، اشرح للناس برضو، أنا بحب الناس تعرف ايه الموضوع لانه ناس كتير ما تفهمش في الحكايه دي. ايه الميزان؟ ايه اللي بكره هيحصل؟
الميزان لقطه مهمه من لقطات الملاكمه، لانه كمان اجراء اداري شديد الاهميه. الميزان بينعكس عليه او بيترتب عليه فعاليه المباراه ديت كاهليتها على اللقب العالمي، لانه الملاكم اللي مش هيوصل للميزان المطلوب او هيتجاوزه ممكن يواصل في المباراة، لكنه مش هيكون مؤهل انه يفوز ببطولة العالم. تخيل انه ممكن ملاكم يلعب النزال ويكسبه، لكن لانه ما عملش الوزن ما يوصلش للقب العالمي. فاجراءات على فكره الويت كات وخفض الميزان بالنسبه للملاكمين دي اجراءات مهمه جدا، وفي حق الملاكم عيب جدا ان انا اوصل للمرحله الاخيره من غير ما اميك ذا ويت او اوصل للميزان المطلوب.
اظن الناس ديت محترفه بالقدر ان هو بالجرام يعني.
طبعا، وشفت قدامهم فرق كبيره جدا واخصائيين تغذيه ومدربين، والبلان بتاعت الويت كات او خفض الميزان ديت من الخطط اللي دايما بيعملوا عليها من البدايه. دايما بيحاولوا ان خفض الميزان ده يبقى تدريجي عشان الملاكم ما يفقدش قوته، وهو اجراء في غالب الاحيان بيكون روتيني، لكن المفاجآت فيه وارده، وهو فرصه اخيره لاستعراض قوه الملاكم على الميزان. دايما صوره الملاكم على الميزان وهو بيستعرض عضلاته هي الصوره اللي تظل في اذهان الجمهور حتى النزال الاخير. اجراء مهم جدا اجرائيا في عالم الملاكمه، التعرف على مين وزنه اتقل من مين ده مهم جدا، لانه الكيلو الواحد بيفرق في قوه الضربه. يعني حتى لو الملاكم الثاني اخف وزنا ربما يكون اكثر حركه على الحلبه، لكن لكمه واحده من الملاكم الاثقل وزنا ممكن ان هي تحسم المباراه، لان احنا بنتكلم عن ضربه قاضيه في النهايه. فاجراء مهم جدا على مستوى تحديد الميزان، على مستوى أهلية الملاكم للفوز باللقب العالمي، لأن كل ميزان له حدود معينة سواء حد أدنى وحد أقصى. أي تجاوز لها لا يؤهل الملاكم للفوز باللقب العالمي، وإحنا عندنا ألقاب كتيرة جدا في الكارد بتنافس عليها الملاكمين، وبالتالي صعب جدا إن الملاكم.
هنا نلعب لعبة التوقعات. متوقع المباراة اللي بين جوشوا ودوبوا نقط ولا ضربة قاضية؟
أنا شايف إنه يعني مع كل الاحترام للتوقعات اللي بتقول إنه المباراة ممكن تحسم في الجولات مبكرة أو بين الجولة السادسة والثامنة، أتوقع إنه مباراة ممكن توصل لما بعد الجولة العاشرة ما بين الاثنين ملاكمين كبار جدا، الاثنين شفناهم في فورمة بدنية ممتازة جدا. جوشوا ثقته رائعة في نفسه وبيقدم نفسه بشكل ممتاز جدا، لكن دايما الخوف من الثقة الزايدة، دايما الخوف من الترشيحات ديت، والملاكمة ملهاش كبير. لحظة واحدة من الغفله، لحظه واحده، لكمه واحده ممكن تغير مصير المباراه. ودوبوا عنده قدره تحمل كبيره. في مباراته قدام هارجيفيتش في الرياض في يونيو اللي فات، اول 3 جولات ما كانوش لصالحه، لكن تحمل البدايه الصعبه وقدر يتجاوزها وقدر يسدد اكتر من لكمه ويفوز بالنزال في النهايه. اتوقع مباراه متقاربه. ان سالتني مين دلوقتي في اللحظه ديت انا اتوقع ان يفوز هيكون جوشوا، لكن من غير يعني ما نكون مبالغين في التفاؤل بالنسبه لجوشوا. اعتقد انها منافسه كبيره جدا تحسم في اخر اللحظات. جوشوا عنده افضليه الخبره، عنده افضليه الثقه، لكن كل شيء وارد في عالم الملاكمه. لكمه واحده ممكن تغير اقدار ملاكم من بطل العالم لشخص يدخل دائره النسيان.
شايف انا احساسي كده يعني، وانا مش خبير زيك، انه جوشوا هيكسب، ويعني موضوع ممكن نشوف ضربات.
طب بدري ولا متاخر؟
والله بدري، لا ما اظنش هيكملوا. يعني مش هيكملوا كل.
عايزين الماتش يطول شويه، نشوف اثاره الناس اللي حاضره.
كانوا زمان يقول لك انت لو جاي متاخر الماتش خلص.
ده كان بيحصل مع مايك تايسون. وبالمناسبه دانيال دوبوا اول نزال احترافي له خلصه في 35 ثانيه. 35 ثانية كان
ما جبناش ثمن التذكرة،
سدد الضربة القاضية ومخلص الموضوع. أتوقع طبعا دي نزال على بطولة عالم، مستويات متقاربة جدا، خطط الملاكمين معروفة، فصعب جدا.
اللي هيكسب هيسمى بطل للعالم الوزن الثقيل.
طبعا بطل العالم وفقا لاتحاد الملاكمة العالمي، بانتظار
هو الحزام مع دوبوا.
الحزام حاليا مع دانيال دوبوا، لكن جوشوا فاز باللقب العالمي مرتين. وبالمناسبه الحزام اللي هيتلعب عليه يوم السبت هو اول حزام جوشوا فاز بيه في البطولات العالميه، وبالتالي هو له قيمه معنويه كبيره جدا بالنسبه لجوشوا ان هو يسترده المره الثالثه. قله هم الملاكمين اللي بيوصلوا لبطل العالم بعد ما يفقدوا اللقب 3 مرات، فجوشوا بيدخل التاريخ باكثر من طريقه اذا ما فاز يوم السبت. طبعا
انا كنت بعمل معاه حوار وبقول له يعني في حد من عيلتك هيبقى موجود في المباراه، مش المفروض ده يبقى ضغط عليك؟ قال لي لا ابدا، هم يجوا يشوفوني وانا بكسب ويجوا يشوفوني وانا بخسر. ففكره ان انت تبقى قاعد اختك او ابنك او امك قاعدين احنا يعني بنشوفها بشكل عاطفي.
دي الدراما بتاعت الملاكمه اللي دايما بتظهر في المسلسلات وفي الافلام، روكي وكريد والبقيه تاتي $1,000,000 بيبي. عدد كبير من الافلام بنيت على الملاكمه لانها بتحمل القصص الانسانيه ديت، مين بيلعب قدام عائلته، مين واجه صعوبات عشان يوصل للمرحله ديت. بالنسبه لجوشوا هو فاملي مان زي ما بيقولوا بالانجليزي، عنده اسره كبيره جدا لانه من اصول نيجيريه، واسرته هو اتربى في نيجيريا، فعنده اسره منقسمه ما بين نيجيريا وما بين بريطانيا. بدأ الملاكمة متأخر شوية، فكان عنده ارتباط بعائلته، ما كانش منشغل بالملاكمه من سن صغير، بعكس دوبوا عيلته كلها كانت بتروح الجيم معاه من البدايه. اخته كارولاين من ابطال بريطانيا في الملاكمه، وكان مشروع بالنسبه للوالد ان هو يبقي ابنائه في الجيم. مين عارف ممكن يوصل واحد منهم بطل العالم. ودايما محللي الملاكمه بيقولوا انه لاسره دوبوا الفضل الكبير جدا في نضجه ووصوله بسرعه بمقاييس الملاكمه للقب العالمي.
عايز اقول لحضراتكم بس يا ريت لو الكاميرا تجيب ورايا كده، احنا زي ما انتم شايفين ما عادش فيه كرسي فاضي، ما فيش كرسي فاضي، لا مكان لقدم في هذا المكان الأثري اللي عمره أكتر من 600 سنة. وتستعد المنصة الآن لهذا المؤتمر اللي هو المفروض بيقولوا عليه التقليدي، ولكن أنا شايفه النهاردة مش تقليدي أبدا. أنا عايز أقول لحضراتكم إن كل الناس اللي شغالة في موسم الرياض وعلى رأسهم سيادة المستشار تركي آل الشيخ عندهم حالة سعادة كبيرة جدا بهذا الإنجاز، إن إحنا وصلنا لهذا الأمر. وزي ما بقول لكم مفيش كرسي، كل دول يعني دول مش جمهور، دول ممثلين للإعلام الرياضي والإعلام العام والإعلام العالمي، دول موجودين علشان يغطوا الحدث تغطية كبيرة جدا. وزي ما بقول لحضرتك دي بقى ما فيهاش مجاملة، مش هيجي علشان يجامل حضرتك، مش هيجي عشان يتفسح، مش هيجي، لا، هو جاي لقوة الحدث، هو جاي لأهمية الحدث. زي ما حضراتكم شايفين اللي ما لحقش يدخل، ولسه في بره عدد من ممثلي القنوات وممثلي الإعلام والآخره موجودين بره في انتظار ان هم يحاولوا يدخلوا، لكن لم يعد هناك مكان. وانا اظن انه الناس اللي كانت منظمه المكان ده وكانت يعني واخده هذا المكان ما كانوش يتخيلوا انه هيتملي بالشكل ده.
بدأنا نشوف تحركات على المنصة، يبدو انه فرانك وارن وايدي هيرن بدأوا يستطلعوا المنصة، يشوفوا هيقعدوا فين. عندنا اكتر من كرسي، وعندنا الأحزمة. لو تشوف يا استاذ عمرو الأحزمة مرصوصة على الطاولة، الأحزمة اللي هيتم التنافس عليها. حضور كبير جدا من وسائل الإعلام، مش بس اللي احنا شايفينهم في الكاميرا، حتى في استوديوهات تحليلية متواصلة كل يوم من الأحداث المتعلقة بالكارت بتاع موسم الرياض. كان في استوديو تحليلي في أبطال الملاكمة السابقين، القنوات الناقلة واللي هتكون بتقدم البيبر فيو للمشاهد عامله اهتمام كبير جدا بالنزالات. عندنا بودكاست حتى بيصدروه عن الملاكمه، بيصدر يوميا وبيتناول التصريحات وابرز ما صدر من الملاكمين ومن حضور الفعاليات السابقه. لكن النهارده طبعا التغطيه اكثر بكثير، لانه ده المؤتمر الصحفي الرسمي. مش بس القنوات الناقله او القنوات المعنيه بالحدث هي اللي بتيجي، كل وكالات الانباء بتيجي بتحاول تجد لها مكان وبتسلط الضوء على هذا الحدث من خصوصية إقامته في هذه القاعة جيلدهول التاريخية، ومن كونه واحد من أهم النزالات ما بين ملاكمين بريطانيين في العصر الحديث، أو ربما الأهم في القرن ال21، لأنه في أيام لينوكس لويس كان في عام 93 يعني من حوالي 30 سنة وأكثر كان التنافس ما بين ملاكمين بريطانيين على اللقب العالمي. فإن نوصل للحظة ديت هي لحظة فريدة في تاريخ الملاكمة في بريطانيا، وتستحق هذا الاهتمام سواء من الصحفيين المتخصصين من أقسام الرياضة. أبطال ملاكمة سابقين بيعدوا من حوالينا هم للمشاركة في الحدث العالمي. ودقائق أعتقد أستاذ عمرو وسنصل.
طبعا أنا واقف قدام الباب اللي بيدخل منه الناس، ما زال هناك ضيوف، ما زال هناك مصورين، ما زال هناك صحفيين، وحوالينا منصات مبنية كلها في هذا الأمر، هذا المكان، علشان ينقلوا هذا المؤتمر الصحفي اللي هم دايما بيقولوا عليه المؤتمر الصحفي التقليدي. ولكن أنا بقول لهم إن المرة دي هو غير تقليدي، غير عادي. الحدث كبير جدا، التغطية ضخمة جدا. بصراحة أنا لم أكن أتخيل النهاردة الصبح وأنا جاي هنا إنه هيكون بالقوة دي، أو هيكون بهذا الاهتمام، أو هيكون بهذا الزخم. يعني احنا دايما بنحضر مؤتمرات صحفية كثيرة، ولكن الحدث كبير. على فكرة طول ما انت ماشي في الشارع هتشوف تاكسيات عليها الإعلانات، اتوبيسات عليها الاعلانات، بني ادمين شايلين يفط وماشيين في الشارع. الاندر جراوند في اعلانات. التغطيه كبيره جدا، هو حديث المدينه. ولما اتكلم عن المدينه انا بتكلم على مدينه كبيره جدا. لندن ليست مدينه صغيره، فلما انت تبقى حديث المدينه فبتقدر ان انت تعمل اشياء كثيره جدا وتقدر. فيعني هذا امر هام جدا، وزي ما بقول لكم ما زال الناس بتيجي، وبقول انه المنظمين ابدا ما اظنش ان هم كانوا يتخيلوا انه هيبقى فيه هذا العدد. وفي الشجار الاعلامي الصحفي الشهير، مين يعرف يقعد قدام، مين يعرف يصور. الكاميرات طبعا موجوده على مدى الصفوف الاماميه، وفي الصفوف الخلفيه اللي هي فيها الكاميرات اللي عايزه تاخد زوايا عاليه. وما زالت المنصه في انتظار وصول الملاكمين.
طبعا مهم جدا في المؤتمرات الصحفيه للملاكمه هو قدره المذيع على انه يوصل الاسئله بشكل يطلع ردود فعل من الملاكمين
سبايسي.
طبعا، لان هو اذا وصل الاسئله بطريقه تستفز الملاكم دوت او الملاكم التاني
الحق ده بيقول لك ان انت مش هتكسب تاني.
هل تتوقع فعلا انه الضربه القاضيه تيجي بعد جولتين؟ هل انت شايفه قوي؟ هل انت خايف منه؟ هل فعلا اللي في عينيك ده انت ليه مش بتتكلم كتير مع وسائل الاعلام؟ هل انت خايف؟ هل دوت جزء من التركيز؟ ومش عارفين لانه الميكروفونات بتكون مفتوحه مين ممكن يقول ايه في اللحظه. يعني فكره التداخل، لانه حضرتك عارف احنا على مدار الاسبوع اتكلمنا مع الملاكمين بشكل فردي بشكل منفرد، بنسال ملاكم ويرد علينا، لكن في اللحظه ديت الميكروفونات كلها مفتوحه، فهنشوف مين هيرد على التاني، مين عنده خطه، لانه احيانا دي بتكون خطه اعلاميه ان انا ازاي اخوف.
في معركه نفسيه
طبعا لانه كمان على فكره الاساليب المتبعه في الملاكمه والتسخين والحرب النفسيه ديت، حتى في مدربين في رياضات اخرى بيستقوا منها بعض التكتيكات. يعني مورينيو مثلا بيتقال ان هو بيحاول يسخن الاحداث زي ما بتحصل في الملاكمه. فعامل مهم جدا في المؤتمرات الصحفيه ديت قدره المدير للمؤتمر الصحفي، وهو
شايف طبعا حضور عدد من الملاكمين السابقين والرياضيين والملاكمين اللي هيحضروا المباراه. الناس يعني داخله بكميات كبيره جدا.
طبعا، ودايما هو عودنا موسم الرياض ان هو بيقدم ملاكمين على المنصه، وفجاه تلاقي نفسك قاعد جنب ملاكم عالمي. انا نفسي في مؤتمر سابق لقيت نفسي قاعد جنب جو جويس فجاه كده. وجو جويس هو واحد من 2 فازوا على دانييل دوبوا في مسيرتهم الاحترافيه. موسم الرياض عودنا ان هو بيستغل الاحداث ديت ليه انه يجمع عالم الملاكمه البريطانيه في مكان واحد. دايما اضافه للحدث ان يكون في ابطال سابقين للعالم، ابطال سابقين في الوزن الثقيل، ان الناس تتكلم معاهم. ودي هديه لوسائل الاعلام، انه بدل ما انا اجي احضر واتكلم بس مع بطل العالم الحالي ومتحديه، لكن انا بتكلم مع ابطال سابقين يدوني التحليل ويدوني الراي كمان.
اي حد بيسالني انت مبسوط ليه، اقول لهم يا جماعه احنا لم نكن في هذه اللعبه باي طرف، يعني ما كانش لينا اماره جواها. انت فاهم ازاي؟ يعني امبارح لما عملنا اللقاء الحصري مع نسيم حميد كنا مبسوطين جدا ان في مواطن عربي موجود، انما ان انت تصل الى مرحله ان انت اللي تنظم، دي مساله هامه جدا في بلد الملاكمه. على فكره بريطانيا دي بلد الملاكمه، اوعى تفتكر يعني ان احنا في حته ملهاش علاقه. احنا شايفين طبعا
المنظمين بيطلبوا من الحضور
وانه وابتدى الملاكمين يحضروا ويقعدوا في اماكنهم. وحضراتكم طبعا هتتابعوا هذا المؤتمر في اللحظات القادمه. القاعه تستعد الان لهذا المؤتمر غير التقليدي وغير العادي، لان هم الناس يطيبوا لها ان تسميه مؤتمرا غير تقليديا، ولكنه غير تقليدي وغير عادي. القاعة، الحضور، الاهتمام، نجاح قبل إقامة الأمر هو أنت تسجل نجاحا كبيرا جدا جدا جدا. دائما ينتظرون النجاح في ليلة النجاح، ولكن في عدد من الليالي قبل الليلة الكبيرة تسجل نجاحا عظيما. أنا هسيب حضراتكم دلوقتي مع هذه اللحظات. وطبعا الملاكمين اللي هيلعبوا يوم السبت موجودين، ولكن الاثنين النجوم الكبار كالعادة بيتأخروا، بيتدللوا، يعني بيتقالوا، وهو طبعا وزن تقيل، نكتة بايخة يعني، وزن تقيل، فلازم يتقالوا على الناس انه ننتظر دوبوا وجوشوا ان هم يدخلوا، لان هو ده اللحظة الهامة، وهم دول أبطال الليلة الكبيرة اللي هتكون يوم السبت، اللي حضراتكم هتتفرجوا عليها وتتابعوها مع العالم كله. طبعا زي ما شايفين على المنصة الملاكمين كلهم.
بواتسي وصل، كاكاتشي وصل، والبقية تأتي.
أيوة،
يبدو إن احنا
مش هننتظر كثير.
شيراز وصل، جوش وارينغتون، مارك تشامبرلين وصل، كاكاتشي، حمزة شيراز اهو، كل واحد بيحاول يتعرف على مكانه في المنصة. أتوقع إنه هل هيقعدوا دوبوا وجوشوا أقرب لبعض ولا أبعد لبعض؟ هو ده السؤال. احنا طبعا شوية مش شايفين من هنا الأماكن المخصصة لهم، لكن كل الملاكمين يبدو إن هم هيقعدوا في المنصة بشكل متزامن، وهنسمع منهم كلمات مقتضبة قبل ما نوصل طبعا لكلمات الملاكمين الكبيرين أنتوني جوشوا ودانيال دوبوا. يبدو إن احنا على وشك أن نبدأ بعد دقائق قليلة.
لحظات، وهذا الحدث الهام اللي بتذيعه عدد كبير من القنوات المتخصصة وغير المتخصصة، نشرات الأخبار، البودكاست، في بودكاست كبير جدا بيتعمل اليومين دول، وكله في انتظار اللحظة الفارقة، لحظات ويدخل النجوم. حضراتكم هنسيبكم مع هذه التفاصيل. هذا المؤتمر الصحفي تمهيدا لليلة السبت اللي هي ليلة موسم الرياض كارد أو رياض سيزن كارد، المباراة الكبيرة بين جوشوا ودوبوا. محمد بشكرك شكرا جزيلا. شكرا، بشكركم شكرا جزيلا. نتابع مع بعض الأحداث.
Wembley edition, a great night of World Championship Boxing this Saturday from Wembley Stadium in London, England. We would first like to thank the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud, His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and His Excellency, Chairman of the General Entertainment Authority, GIA, Turkey Al-Sheikh, for putting together this spectacular Riyadh season event and its fight week here in London. Riyadh season has really re-elevated the sport, and it is genuinely being done for the boxing fans. It is being brought to you by Riyadh Season and the General Entertainment Authority, GIA, with Frank Warren for Queensberry Promotions and Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing. This event is sponsored by Visit Saudi, Solomon Al Habib Hospital, Saudi Airlines, Red Sea Global, Duria, and Middle Beast, in partnership with Gold Star Promotions and Stella, in association with Wasserman Boxing and Boxer. This great event will be shown worldwide on DAZN, on TNT Sports Box Office, Sky Sports Box Office, and on payperview.com. Let's first welcome the town clerk and chief executive of the City of London, Mr. Ian Thomas, CBE.
Thank you. Thank you. I wish I had a voice like him. That's all I can say. Welcome to this Guildhall, the amazing venue. Look around, you will see the stained glass, the weight of history This building, the Guildhall, was built in 1411. 600 years of history here, the oldest serving civic building in the world. And you'll see statues around, the weight of history I mentioned. Lord Nelson, Duke of Wellington, Winston Churchill, to name but a few. The place where iconic things happened and infamous events happened, the trial of Lady Jane Grey, who is known as the 9-Day Queen, happened here. This survived the Great Fire of London in 1666 and the Blitz in World War II. It's a place where this court of the City of London meets. You'll often see me here in tights. They didn't tell me this when they gave me the job, that I have to wear tights. And I've worked out, finally, how to keep tights up because they kept falling down. I've got the secret now. But that's part of the job, and we sit here and we discuss key issues of the day in this honourable court. Beneath, you'll see Roman remains in our amphitheatre, going back 2,000 years. Yes, we've been around longer than the DFS sale, and we have more assets than Taylor Swift and Oasis combined, even after the ticket prices went up. Sport, and what we've got to do with sport, well, actually, sport's really important to us here in the City of London. Led by Deputy Lord, we have a new sports strategy, and supported by our chairman, Christopher Hayward, a new sports strategy that is designed to ensure that London is world-leading for sport in terms of a destination. We've got 11,000 acres across Greater London, including Epping Forest, Hampstead Heath, where you'll see football pitches, cricket pitches, Lidos, rugby, you name it, we have it here. And the city is an amazing place. The City of London is an amazing place. I've had a great time working here. You get to do brilliant things like this, hosting this amazing event, and meet some great people. I was just saying to my wife just last week, reflecting on my time here at the city, that never in our wildest dreams would we have thought that we'd be meeting such brilliant and amazing people. And my wife turned to me and said, "Ian, you're never in my wildest dreams, mate." That's what she said. She was very cruel to me about that. But we're here, we meet people like you, we host people like you. It's a great honour to have you here. And just some final acknowledgements. I'd like to thank the sponsors and organisers of tonight's event, also the Mayor of London, for his support in bringing high-profile sport to the capital. Thanks to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdul Aziz, and His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed Salman, and His Excellency Turki Al Sheikh, for putting together this spectacular Riyadh season event and its fight week here in London. The Riyadh season has really elevated the sport, and it is genuinely being done for the fans of boxing. We are here today to witness an outstanding card featuring Anthony Joshua against Daniel Dubois for the IBF heavyweight title of the world. I'd like to say let's get ready to rumble, but I can't. But what I can say is thank you and enjoy this evening's event. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ian Thomas, CBE. Let's now welcome our host, Mr. Dev Sani.
Thank you, Thomas Triber. Thank you, Ian Thomas, CBE, as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another groundbreaking Riyadh season special. And this truly is something special. We have lit up the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh. We have lit up the BMO Stadium in Los Angeles. And on Saturday night, we will light up the National Stadium right here in the United Kingdom. Welcome to the Riyadh season card, Wembley Stadium Edition. This truly special night, I mean, Riyadh now has become the global home of everything big time. The entire boxing landscape has changed. Over the space of the last 11 months, we have seen new kings crowned, we've seen history written, we've seen enemies unite, we've seen legends made, and we've seen a few legends fade. And the reason is Riyadh season. And now some of that Saudi Arabian magic is just starting to get sprinkled around the world. We saw it last month as pound-for-pound star Terence Crawford made his Riyadh season debut. And we'll see it again, Wembley Stadium on Saturday night. The main event, of course, former two-time unified world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua taking on the newly crowned, heavy-handed Daniel Dynamite Dubois. He is now the world champion heading into this fight. It's an explosive head-on collision in the heavyweight division. And the undercard all sat up here. Well, in what is becoming the norm for Riyadh season, you can't even really call this an undercard. So many of these fights could be the main event. And we've very much got the UK covered. London to Leeds, we've got West Midlands to Belfast, Scotland to Sunderland, a little bit of everything on Saturday night. And by the way, as if that wasn't supersonic enough, we've even got a little bit of Liam Gallagher on Saturday night. So make sure you tune in if you're not lucky enough to be there. A truly unforgettable evening coming up. Well, let's speak to some of these fighters. Let's start with a very intriguing fight in the super lightweight division. We're speaking about unforgettable nights. Well, there was a young gentleman sat on the end of the table there on my left side who received an unforgettable phone call. Josh Padley will be taking on Mark Chamberlain on Saturday night. And Josh, I'm going to start with you here, because I read a brilliant article in The Sun about you. You managed to get a full page in The Sun from Wally Downs, talking about how you are giving up the job of being an electrician to follow this boxing dream. Big night for you on Saturday.
Yeah, big night. I want to first of all say thank you to everybody involved in Riyadh season. It's been nothing short of amazing this week. But yeah, the last 8 weeks I've managed to become a full-time athlete and give myself the best chance possible come Saturday night.
Well, I've heard you say that you will be Mark Chamberlain's best opponent yet. And I put that to Mark Chamberlain quite recently, who sat at the other end.
Oh, he's got some backing up to do.
Well, look, Mark, just chime in. I mean, when you talk to me, you said he needs to give his head a wobble, and you'll give his head a wobble. I mean, what are the thoughts here, gents?
He can try, like. I'm sure he's gonna. It's a fight, but I'll back myself, and I definitely think I'm gonna be Mark's hardest test to date.
How do you claim you as my hardest test?
Because I haven't had a chance to prove myself yet.
Okay.
You're my proof, so when I beat you Saturday night, then...
You've got a lot of backing up to do if you're going to beat me. Trust me.
That's what I'm coming to do, bro, don't worry.
You can have a go, but you're not going to.
Mark, your opponent is also on record saying that he will bring chaos on Saturday night. How do you deal with chaos, Mark?
Same as every fight, really. They all talk the talk, and when they get punched on the chin, it all changes for them, so you'll soon find out.
You're becoming a bit of a favourite around Riyadh. It's no secret. His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh has highlighted you as one of his favourite fighters, maybe his favourite fighter. That's a lot of pressure heading into Saturday.
Yeah, obviously there's that added pressure there, but while we're on that subject, I would like to thank Turki Al-Sheikh, Spencer Brown, Queensbury, Frank Warren, everyone involved for letting me be involved in these platforms. And like I say, you're going to see another explosive performance on Saturday night, and we'll come away with another victory and keep everyone happy and hopefully be part of these big platforms in the future.
Well, Josh Padley, let me just come to you here. Do you think he's overlooking you at all? He speaks with a lot of confidence as to how he's going to deal with you on Saturday night.
I mean, he's obviously going off what he's seen of me, which is not much content out there. Again, I've never had a chance to really prove myself against a high-level fighter, so this is the level that I want to be at. Come Saturday night, you're going to see that.
You're going to need to, because you're in a proper fight Saturday night.
That's what I want. That's why I'm here.
Cool. Make sure you bring your A game, because you're going to need it.
Got everything ready.
Okay, we'll see.
Fantastic stuff. Thank you, Mark Chamberlain. Thank you, Josh Padley. A brilliant fight there between two unbeaten fighters. Someone has got to go.
Not mine.
Today. As Mark Chamberlain says, not his. So we'll tune in to find out anyway. No spoilers, thank you, Mark. Let's keep things moving. We'll head to the middleweight division. Now, There was supposed to be a fight here between Josh Kelly and Liam Smith. Unfortunately, Liam Smith had to pull out. We wish him well. He's had to pull out. He's not well. We can't go through with the fight. But Liam Smith's loss is the gain of Ishmael Davis. He got the call. 6 days' notice. He stepped up. He said yes. Ishmael Davis, I mean, how do you go from being the guy that just took the fight with Josh Kelly to being the guy that makes sure he beats Josh Kelly on Saturday?
Well, first of all, I want to thank Eddie Hearn and Turkey Al-Sheikh for this chance and all the matchroom team. But listen, I've heard in Josh Kelly's interviews, he's overlooking me. And let me just tell you, your best win's Troy Williamson, who I just beat as well. And every time you've stepped up, you've been beat. Ray Robinson, you should have lost. David Avanesian beat you. And I'm the most progressive British boxer, no joke. So you're overlooking me, but Saturday night, bro, you're going to be in there with the hell, bro. I'm telling you now.
I'm excited to see.
I dare you to meet me in the middle of the ring. I know what you're going to do. Hit, move, hit, man. I'm going to be on you the whole way, bro. And you've never had it like me, bro. You get me? And you're overlooking me, and your trainer knows, bro. He knows. And you can't train for my style. So you've been training for Liam Smith, yeah? But you can't train for my style. You're going to laugh, bro. You're a prey boy. You're not cut like me, bro. I tell you now, you ain't cut like me. I'm fit, bro. I ain't here for no payday. I'm here because I believe I'm going to knock you out, bro. You ain't making it to the 12th. Let me tell you, bro.
It's all talk till you get in.
Let me tell you.
It's all talk till you get in. We'll see.
Whatever, we'll see, bro.
Your best win is Troy Williamson.
But we're going to see, bro. We are going to send everyone levels. Because everyone seems to think
it's levels. There's levels to this game.
The truth is, every single time you've stepped up, you've been beat, bro.
You learn.
And me and you have got the same best win. Troy's my best win. I didn't have no amateur.
2 years on, I finished Troy. I finished them.
We're going to see on Saturday. All the talking's done, yeah? Saturday night's going to happen.
You're doing a lot of talking.
We're going to see a real superstar.
You're doing a lot
That's
of
what
talking.
I am. I'm going to show you.
You're doing a lot of talking there.
Trust me, bro.
Listen, we'll see. I'm excited to see you.
I'm going to show you, Josh.
I'm grateful for you taking the fight.
I'm going to show you, bro.
This late notice against someone like me.
Bro, and
you got some balls on
your chest, bro.
You got some balls on you.
I dare you.
Hold you up. Hold you
in the middle of the ring with me.
Hold you up.
I dare you.
You don't
prove
punch
to
enough.
everyone you're a superstar what they think you are.
Enough.
Step in the middle of the ring with me and stay there with me. You were going to keep me.
Yeah.
You're going to keep anyway. We'll see anyway. You're going
to Okay.
Believe.
I'm excited to see.
I'm excited. Believe you. When I got that call, 6 days notice, mate, I couldn't sleep. I got out of my bed and I was up the whole day after watching Canelo beat sorry for my language, after watching Canelo beat Belanga. I'm going to beat you, bro.
I think you're a little bit excited here, Ishmael.
I'm going to see.
Save that energy for Saturday night, bro.
Yeah, man.
Save that.
Cool.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, that was one question, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
I was a bit excited.
Just the one.
I was a bit excited.
Because you know what it is? I hate being excited. I know what I'm about, so I hate, people, listen, there's no bad blood, yeah, but I hate people talking down to me, down about me, like, oh, yeah. Like, I'm training for world level and this. Bro, you're not world level, bro. When have you been world level? Never. And I believe I'm going there, so we're going to see. Because you're in my...
Have a look at my box, Rick. Have a look at your box, Rick. Have a look at what I've fought and have a look at you fought.
It doesn't matter,
Have a look at the people you beat.
It doesn't matter, bro. I'm telling you now, I'm the most progressive British boxer. I've had no amateurs, bro. I've had 2 fights on TV.
Yeah.
The first one, the second one was much better. This one's going to be much better.
Well done.
And I've had 3 weeks in camp.
You're getting very excited. You need to save that energy,
Yeah, cool.
That's come out of nowhere. That's nervous energy
all the time, bro. You're not where I'm from. Bro, where I come from, mate, you make a mistake, your life's gone, bro. You ain't from there. You're a pretty boy, bro. So let me tell you that.
We're boxing, brother.
We're boxing. Remember that.
We're boxing, Normie.
Anyway, talk.
Where am I
from? We'll see Saturday night.
We're boxing.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you. Ishmael, I asked you one question, so I should, of course, ask Josh one question. Hi, Josh, great to see you, by the way.
Great to see you, Dave.
Listen, you've had to switch, late change, 6 days' notice. It was going to be Liam Beefy Smith. It's now this man who is intent on taking your head off on Saturday. How has that switch been for you?
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank Spencer, Wasserman, Turkey Al-Sheikh for helping me out, keep me on this card. Switch been beautiful, I believe he's going to bring exactly what Liam was going to bring. Liam's world-class at it, that's the difference. Ishmael has improved himself world-class at it, so I was getting ready for someone on that level and that magnitude. And I just put our stars and our boxing ability side by side, and I believe he's getting tossed in the deep end late notice. It's a lot of excitement and a lot of, I know I belong here. I brought Ishmael to the table, accepting his fight. So Ishmael's going to be excited. He's going to come out. He's going to fight off a lot of nerves. But when it comes to crunch time, when you're in front of the big crowd in Wembley Stadium, it's going to come on top real quick.
He's talking about...
I'm made for this. Believe me, I'm made for this.
Well, you want him to stand and trade with you, right? Josh, he's made that pretty clear. Come and have a fight with me. Would you stand and trade with him? You going to have a fight with him?
He hasn't got enough power for me to respect him, really, to stand there and trade, do you know what I mean? If he's stopping the guys on the feet and then seeing he's pagged Troy Williamson didn't take one backward step, didn't get hurt once in the fight. I hurt Troy Williamson 4 times, 5 times.
It's a lie, bro. It's a lie.
4 or 5 times.
Seen a knife.
At 120, 109. 120, 109.
Josh,
120, 109.
You're a nice guy, bro. Listen, let's just allow the chat. Yeah, I'll see you Saturday.
116, 140. You start the chat, though, Ishmael.
Yeah,
Don't start.
He
asked you one question, you went off.
Bro, like I'm going to be doing in the ring.
He asked you one question, you went off.
About me, bro. I've not said no, but respectful, and I heard you talking down about me. I've got to come
lad, you need to give it a rest. You need to wind it in. Just chill out.
Cool.
Just relax.
Cool, I'm cool.
Get on Saturday, don't worry, relax.
Saturday, you're going to see, bro.
Relax. I know it's the first time here, but listen, we're all big boys here. Let's just relax.
I've been on good shows before. This is the biggest show, yeah, but it's not about this, bro. This don't mean nothing.
This is your first time at the table.
That means something, bro. Because if I lose the fight, all this is gone. So it don't matter. Just believe I've got that in mind.
So you're lumping that pressure on yourself. Don't worry. Make sure you come in with that pressure.
Bro. Same for you. You lose this fight. Where are you going? Everyone's gonna laugh at you, bro. Because you think you're a superstar.
I am.
Big superstar.
We've got to move it along. We've got so many brilliant fights. I could probably listen to you talk all day, and you probably could talk all day. Brilliant stuff. Middleweight fight coming up. Josh Kelly.
Thank you, Mr. Dev.
Ishmael Davis. Thank you, Mr. Josh Kelly. Thank you, Ishmael Davis. What a fight. That has whet the appetite here.
That's a bit spicy.
It's a bit spicy. It's a bit spicy. I'm not sure we'll get similar spice between two very nice guys here in Josh Warrington and Anthony Cacace. I've seen your face-offs. It's all been very respectful. But let's see what we can do. Let's have a chat here. Josh, this is for the IBO World Super Featherweight Championship, by the way. Josh, great to see you. We know all about the Leeds warrior, Josh Warrington, at featherweight. Tenacious, never took a step back. He's got that will, that grit. But what is Josh Warrington like at super featherweight?
Absolutely massive. I'd like to just carry on echoing, boys. Thank you to all those involved in giving this opportunity. Frank, Eddie, Spencer, His Excellency. It's a new chapter for me, super featherweight. Been a featherweight for over 12 years, championship level. But you know what, it's one of them things where you look back over your career, maybe should have done this, you should have done that, but now's the time that I step up. And this camp, I felt the benefits from it. You know, everyone talks about having the best camp and this, that, and the other, but I feel really strong, feel really good, and I'll show on Saturday night that it's a decision that I should have done a few years ago.
Your opponent, Anthony Cacace, the champ over there, he says that your style is perfect for him. If he wants to box you, he can box you. If he wants to fight you, he can fight you. What do you think about that?
Oh, Sheraz, get the wooden spoon in there, Dev. And we know between me and him, there's a lot of animosity in this room, but nothing but respect for the man. He's a new champion. Listen, you're not going to get loads of screaming and shouting at me, and I don't think you're going to do that. But one thing I will guarantee you is action on Saturday night, and I think that's the way that I've always done my business. I think that's the same with him as well. So, we might not shout and scream at each other, but listen, don't miss our fight, because guarantee it'll be the fight of the night. I'm experienced. I'm experienced in this game, and I think I've dealt with every single style that I've come against. We've been tall, short, a boxer, a puncher. I've been in with them big guys, and a lot of the time I've come through it. So that experience, you can't buy that, and it goes a long way.
Josh, I've heard you say you want to be in fights that people remember. You've already been in so many that people will remember. What will people be saying about Josh Warrington on Saturday night?
Just stepped up and he never turned his back, and even when the chips were down and things weren't going his way, he turned up and did the business. No, I said that, Dev, about the belts, because, you know, I'm disappointed the IBF's not on the line now, but it just is. It's about the, like I say, it's about the fight. And we're going to have an exciting fight this weekend. And, yeah, the journey of Josh Warrington will continue.
Okay, let's hear from your opponent, the champ, the Andy Town Apache, Anthony Cacace. Brilliant, thrilling win over Joe Cordina last time out on the Fury Usyk undercard. And now you head into this fight as the champion. You head in as the favourite. You head in, surely, with the pressure.
No, there's no pressure. Josh, he's a two-time world champion. His career has been filled with success. I'm only getting a bit of success now. Josh is a great champion, featherweight. You know, he's moving up in weight this one. You know, he's a bit stronger and whatever else. But I'm a big super featherweight, and it's going to be a tough night for him.
Well, you've said that his style is perfect for you. Just tell us a little bit more about that. Why is it so perfect for you?
I've boxed. He's smaller than me. You know, he's going to come on the shots. I'm not going to have to go looking for him. So, you know. Also, you know, he's a big set of balls. He's big heart. He's going to come for a proper fight, and that's exactly what I want him to do. So, you know, Josh, he's a good lad. I've got nothing bad to say about him. You know, his accolades speak for themselves. He's done everything. Fought some great champions, beat them. So, I know I'm in for a hard night. But listen, no one's taking these belts off me.
What is it that makes you unbeatable right now? Because I've heard the way you've been talking ahead of this fight. There's an intensity about you. There's something in your eyes. It feels like it's going to take a lot to beat you. But what do you think? What is making you so tough to beat right now?
Well, no man's unbeatable. Every man's beatable. But, you know, again, this is all new to me. I've worked from I was 9 years of age. I'm now 35. You know, I've worked to have these in front of me and to have these type of nights ahead, you know. So I don't want to be giving these away, you know, a couple of months down the line, you know. But I know I'm not taking Josh for granted. I know exactly what he's going to bring, you know. I know he's locked in, but again, the belts are coming with me.
Okay, thank you very much, Anthony Cacace. Thank you, Josh Warrington. Brilliant super featherweight fight. Two gentlemen, if you watch the face-offs, you'll see they'll probably be friends after this, but when the first bell rings, they are going to give it absolutely everything on Saturday night. Well, we've got a brilliant fight at light heavyweight. The WBO interim light heavyweight championship is on the line. Willie Hutchinson and Joshua Buatsi. Now, the build-up to this fight has been, let's say, ill-tempered. For those that haven't seen the clips, it got a little bit out of hand when they did a face-off. They had to be separated by security. I'm hoping it doesn't kick off today because I'm certainly not worthy of being a security man. But let's start with Willie Hutchinson. Let's start with the Hutch train. It was a brilliant win last time out against Craig Richards. You went into that fight telling everyone what you were going to do, telling everyone that you're going to beat this man, you were the underdog, but you did it. How do you feel about this one?
100%, Dev, 100%. Listen, look at the people we're up here with. For me, this is unbelievable. It's I mean, what an experience. Do you know what I mean? A lot of great fighters up here, but like I said, Dev, last time out, everything I said I'd done. I basically done with far from knock him out, and I nearly did 2, 3 or 4 times. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just looking forward to knocking this fella out on Saturday night. Yeah.
This one has been quite a spicy build-up. It has been, there's been hands put on each other. You've been separated by security, as I mentioned. Why do you think that is? What's going on?
I don't have a clue, to be honest with you. It's up to this fella. I was all right, to be honest with you, until, I don't know what happened to him. He got an emotional wreck, and his emotions got to him, and it's probably the same thing's going to happen to him in this fight. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I wasn't trying to do anything. I went to shake his hand before we went up to the thing. He gave me the yeah fist bump, and then from then it went downhill from him.
Well, let's bring in Joshua Buatsi and get his version of events here. Are you an emotional wreck, Joshua?
Firstly, let me thank everyone for coming here. His Excellency, Boxer, those that are behind it. I don't think I'm an emotional wreck, no.
You're not now because you're starving.
Yeah, I'm starving, it's true.
Shut up.
Don't
start with all that crap again.
Starving. But I tell you one thing, though.
You look hungry, brother.
We're a couple of days away from the fight, so there's nothing that's going to happen to derail me. We're like 2-3 days away, so I'm looking forward to it.
What has happened here? Because I watched your roundtables with Craig Richards, Dan Aziz. Do you want a handshake at the end?
Dev, if you want to know, go online, because I've done repeated myself about grabbing the scalp. It wasn't a big thing. Let's move on, man. We're 2 days away.
It was... Dev, just keep talking. Well, I don't even know where it come from, because me and this fella, even though we only met a few times, and a couple of times we did meet, I beat him up in the gym. But apart from that, it was always all right, do you know what I mean? Listen, I'm the biggest worky ticket in the whole entire world. Far from it. But I genuinely was actually trying to be all right with this man. And then he tried to be a bad man, and he ain't got any bad man in him. You know what I mean? What bad man would he know? Ain't got a clue.
Cool story, bro. Dev, what's up?
What?
I can ask you another question, Josh. I mean, look, Willie has mentioned there, and there is a theme of sparring story heading into this event. He is on record quite regularly saying that he had his way with you in sparring. I know you've done several interviews saying you don't believe that to be the case. This is the opportunity on a big stage to kind of downplay his claims.
It's not an opportunity on a big stage. It's all on the internet. So again, Dev, if you want to remind yourself, if anyone here wants to remind themselves, go on YouTube, man. The answer's the same.
How do you win this fight?
By being Buatsi. I show up. I tell you guys who my source is. I always give reference to God, because literally everyone here works hard and different things work for different people. But for me, that's my source.
And what do you think of Willie Hutchinson?
I think about him what you think. What everyone thinks about him is the same.
To be honest with you, I think I'm all right. Unless I'm deluded and away with the fairies, I genuinely think I'm actually all right. I shake everybody's hand. Every person I meet, I shake their hand. I try and be as helpful as I can. I can be a nightmare sometimes, yeah. Like I'm his nightmare just now, but I'm only his nightmare. You know what I mean?
If you think you're a nice guy, then everyone thinks you're a nice guy, then you're a nice guy.
Well, they're all laughing. They're not laughing with you.
I don't need people to laugh with me, bro. They're laughing at you.
No one laughs, though, quite like that. Well, I hope not. Anyhow, I think you're all my friends, and I'm enjoying every second of this until, really, tomorrow's the first bit in it. So when you weigh in, we'll see. We'll go see each other in a minute, anyhow. But we'll get a bit of food into us, and then Saturday night. The first thing's tomorrow, and then Saturday. Listen, I've been in camp for 11 weeks. Today, Thursday, I went on a Thursday, 11 weeks. I've been training my ass off for 11 weeks. I've done all the hard work. This is fun, man. Enjoy yourself, innit? This is, what on earth have I been doing all that for? What, to look on the table, oh, these things. You know what I mean? I've been training for this man for not for 11 weeks, for 17 years. He's the biggest step for me. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? This is fun. Have some fun. That man looks like he's gonna cry his eyes out, bless him.
Tell us why you win this fight, Willie.
Why? Because I'm far too good for him. It's that simple.
Any final message, Josh?
In every aspect. Again?
Any final message?
He knows it.
I told him already, September 21st, I'll see you. So 2 more days, babe. I'll see you.
It's just like that, man.
It's just like that. Thank you, Willie. Thank you, Joshua Buatsi. Brilliant. WBO Interim Light Heavyweight Championship on the line on Saturday night. Of course, the winner is in line for a shot at the winner of Artur Beterbiev against Dmitry Bivol coming up October 12th, all part of Riyadh season. That's a fantastic fight. Do not miss that one. Well, let's move on to the chief support. We've got two middleweights here who both have different habits. We've got Hamza Sheraz, who has got a habit of knocking out every single middleweight that gets put in front of him. We've got Tyler Denny, who has a habit of when he is presented with an unbeaten rising British middleweight, he takes their unbeaten record. That's what we have heading into this fight. He's also the European champion, and Tyler Denny, I'm going to start with you. In your most recent fights, you talked about how you want to go to Saudi. You want to go and get some of that Saudi magic. Well, Saudi has come to you. Riyadh season has come to the UK. How does it feel to be part of such an incredible show?
Listen, I'm privileged, man, and I've talked it into existence. I'm here. But firstly, I want to thank His Excellency, Spencer Brown, Boxer, BCBL Johnson, and my whole team. It's been a great experience all week. I've enjoyed every second of it, and I'm looking forward to Saturday night. I plan to enjoy that even more.
What do you make of your opponent here? He is he's unbeaten, he's got very heavy hands, he's a Riyadh season ambassador as well, by the way, so very much a fancied kind of golden boy, if you will. What do you think?
Yeah, of course. Listen, I'm not going to badmouth him. He's a great fighter. But so am I. You know what I mean? And I'm here to show why I believe I'm a better fighter. And I'm just glad I got the opportunity to do so. Like I say, I rate him. I think he's a world-level fighter. But, you know, I believe in myself, man. My confidence is sky high. And I'm willing to fight anyone. When I got the call about this fight, I couldn't say yes quick enough. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing disrespectful to Hamza, just the whole occasion and everything. For a great name like Hamza to have that on my resume, that's what I'm all about, man.
Well, Hamza Sheraz was asked, give us 3 reasons why you beat Tyler Denny. And the 3 reasons were, I am bigger, I am stronger, I hit harder. He makes a pretty compelling case, Tyler. What do you say to that?
Well, I seen an interview off AJ the other day on about he was bigger, stronger and everything over Usyk, but he didn't beat Usyk. There's a lot more to boxing than being the taller guy, bigger guy, you know what I mean? Listen, I understand why I'm the underdog, but I've been the underdog my whole career and I keep winning, so that's my case. I believe in myself, my tenacity that I'm going to bring the heat and the confidence, and there's no way I'm losing the fight.
Well, let's bring in Hamza Sheraz. Hamza, you are a Riyadh season ambassador as well. Firstly, just how great is it to have Riyadh season here in the UK? You must be very proud as an ambassador.
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank the Almighty Allah for allowing us to be here today. I'd like to thank His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh for, you know, not just giving me, but giving all us fighters up here the opportunity to give back. I'd like to thank the main man Spencer down there for helping me out a lot. And yeah, I'm honoured, Dev, honoured to say the least. It's like I keep saying, it's our opportunity to give back, especially being a Riyadh season ambassador. There's expectations there, and people say, is it pressure? I wouldn't say it's pressure. I like having these expectations of me, because I turn up, I show up, and I get the knockout.
Well, you're in against a man who is an underdog who keeps on winning. What do you make of your opponent, Tyler Denny, on Saturday night?
Listen, he does what he's got to do. You know what I mean? He does what he's got to do. He turns up. He's been beaten whoever's in front of him, the underdogs and whatnot. But at the end of the day, you've got to remember, I'm nothing like the last 5 fighters he's upset. Listen, I go out to LA, I do my thing over there. And if you speak to anyone, speak to Ricky, speak to my coach, speak to my team, you understand that I am a very, very, very disciplined man, and I understand the mission of what I've set out to do and how I want to achieve it and what I've got to do. And the buck stops with Tyler Denny, and I've got to get him out of the way.
Well, Tyler, let me just bring you back in here. You were asked a little while ago, do you feel like Hamza Sheraz has made a mistake taking on a fight with Tyler Denny, considering he's on the cusp of challenging for a world title? You said, yes, I feel he has made a mistake. We put that to Hamza, and he said, well, that might change in fight week. The energy may change from Tyler. So what is the energy? Has this man made a mistake?
Listen, man, if you think I was going to turn up and start shooting myself, you've got another thing coming. I don't get the question. I don't get why you can get triggered by that. You asking me if I made a mistake. I'm never going to say, no, he made the right decision, he's going to splatter me. You know what I mean? I believe in myself. Of course I'm going to say he's made a mistake. That's just it. He could have waited around and got his opportunities. Fair play to him, man. He wants a good fight. I'm the European champion. I'm going to bring him a good fight. And that's all it is, really. It's a bit of stirring and whatever, but, you know, I believe in myself. Of course, I think he's made a mistake.
Hamza, we talked about, you said, well, let's see what his energy is in fight week. That's a pretty clear indication of what he intends to do.
Yeah, it is, and I'm glad. Like I said, I keep banging on about giving back. that's all I want to do when you got the opportunity of this magnitude.
Well, Tyler Denny was also asked 3 reasons why I beat Hamza Sheraz. He said, I want it too much, my confidence is sky high, and I'm a sore loser. How do you deal with that?
I win. It's as simple as that. Don't really make much of it. He done what he had to do, he answered the questions, and that was that.
You're on a streak of 14 consecutive knockouts. When you look across there, you see Tyler Denny. Is that number 15?
Yeah, definitely, inshallah. That's the plan. Do you know what I mean? I've worked too hard, Dev. I've worked too hard.
Tyler, any response?
No chance, man. No chance. I'm winning the fight, obviously. He believes he wins the fight. But I think it's 2 people who genuinely believe they're winning the fight. You know what I mean? So you're going to get a good fight. And that's the good thing with Riyadh season, is the best fighting the best, man. You know what I mean? So bring it on.
Bring it on, indeed. Thank you, Hamza Sheraz. Thank you, Tyler Denny. Brilliant fight at middleweight on Saturday. Well, that concludes the undercard part of the press conference. They're going to do face-offs now down the front, and we'll be back very shortly for the main event. Thank you.
Right, guys, coming to you guys next.
All right.
So our undercard press conference is done. We'll have some stare downs here momentarily. They'll clear the stage and then bring out the headline.
Where it began,
I can't begin to know when.
was in the spring, and spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you come along? And touching hands, reaching out,
touching me,
touching you. Look at the night, and it don't seem so lonely. And when I hurt, hurting runs off my shoulders. How can I hurt when holding you? Warm, touching warm. Sweet Caroline. Oh, no, no. Reaching out. Sweet Caroline. Good times never seem so good.
It's Josh, the Leeds Warrior Warrington, versus Anthony, the Andy Town Apache Cacace, this Saturday in a 12-round contest for the IBO Super Featherweight Championship of the World. It's Willie, the Hutch Train Hutchinson versus Joshua Buatsi this Saturday in a 12-round contest for the vacant WBO Interim Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. Sheraz versus Denny this Saturday in a scheduled 12-round contest for the EBU European WBC Silver and Commonwealth Middleweight Championships.
Test, you know, the chin test. And he said yes. He goes, if anything, I take more confidence away that I was shook for the first time and I feel fine.
So that's our final stare down from the undercard. We'll clear the stage and bring the big boys out. But right now, let's take a look at why DAZN is the home of boxing.
Hey, listen up. Let's have it. We know you've always got your eye on the prize, the championship belt. And why wouldn't you? You're a finely tuned, well-oiled boxing watching machine, capable of consuming over 150 fights on DAZN every year.
We've gone big, we've gone global.
Churning through combinations, comebacks, and non-stop knockouts. Where are you? With big fights every week, you're the best in the world. So go on, get that belt, champ. DAZN, undisputed.
Well, we welcome you back to the magnificent Guildhall in the center of London for the live press conference ahead of the Riyadh season card, Wembley Edition. The main event of the presser coming up. But before we hear from Dubois and Joshua, our own Ade Oladipo sat down with the former two-time world heavyweight champion to look ahead to another mega fight.
Here we go again, another one.
Yeah.
Back home, Wembley Stadium. Scene, I think, of your best victory, your best night. Doesn't make a difference.
I want to see a beast in that ring. So why? It's my time to do it. Let me be that person.
How is it with knowing that it is Daniel Dubois, a new name that's kind of been brought to the fold? He's done really well in the last couple of years, preparing for someone new like that.
Brilliant, because it's another project. It's not just training for the sake of it. I'm not training to get fit. I'm training to beat Daniel Dubois.
I want to quickly ask you about Daniel Dubois. Obviously, someone that you've known for a while.
Yeah.
Right, you've known his team, you've known Don for a while as well. What kind of competition do you think he will bring to you this Saturday?
The best, the aggressive, hungry, swinging jabs, right hands, hooks, head and body. You know, it's going to be really, really the best Daniel Dubois.
What can fans expect Saturday, AJ?
War man, a good Daniel Dubois, a good Anthony Joshua. And I think even though we're going to compete, I think he respects me enough to prepare properly. So does Don. And me, Ben, Lee, Barry, we all respect their team enough to prepare properly. So that creates for a great fight, you know. Oh, he wants to slay the king, apparently. So yeah, it's going to make me an old man. I'm very fit. I'm very ready.
Yeah, it should be a good one.
Thank you, brother.
Top man as usual.
Thank you.
All right, I've been told we are 6 minutes away from Anthony Joshua entering the building.
where it began.
I can't begin to know when.
Was in the spring, and spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you come along?
And touching hands, reaching out,
touching me,
touching you. Look at the night, and it don't seem so lonely.
and when I hurt, hurting runs off my shoulders. How can I hurt when holding warm, touching warm?
Sweet Caroline. Oh, no, no. Reaching out. Sweet Caroline. Good times never seem so good.
جبت اقول لك هذا اللي بيقول لك هذا بيطلع بنفسه قرب من الفيرست قرب لا هذا بعيد عن لا ما في كاميرا هذا مايك
Ladies and gentlemen, in approximately 52 hours, two of the very best, hardest-hitting heavyweights in the world today will step into the ring at the legendary Wembley Stadium, London, England, in front of 96,000 fans, a record crowd for boxing at that stadium. And it's Riyadh season card, Wembley Edition, an event for boxing fans around the world. All brought to you by Riyadh Season and the General Entertainment Authority, GEA, with Frank Warren for Queensberry Promotions and Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing. Sponsorship provided by Visit Saudi, Suleiman Al Habib Hospital, Saudi Airlines, Red Sea Global, Diriyah, and Middle Beast in partnership with Gold Star Promotions and Sella. Ladies and gentlemen, special thanks to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and His Excellency, Chairman of the General Entertainment Authority, Turki Al Sheikh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final press conference for Saturday night's main event. 12 rounds of boxing for the IBF Heavyweight Championship of the World. Let's meet the promoters and the fighters at this time. For Matchroom Boxing, Mr. Eddie Hearn.
Cheers, Ed. I'll take it. Go on, Ed.
And please welcome, for Queensberry Promotions, Mr. Frank Warren.
Cheers, Frank.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the fighters. From London, England, 23 fights as a professional, 21 victories, 20 KOs. That's a 90% KO to victory ratio. He's the former WBA heavyweight world champion and the current reigning and defending IBF heavyweight champion of the world, Triple D, Daniel Dynamite Dubois. And his opponent, also from London, England, an Olympic gold medal champion, 31 fights as a professional, 28 victories, 25 of those 28 victories by a KO, the two-time heavyweight champion of the world, AJ Anthony Joshua.
Cheers, mate. I'll take it, mate, yeah.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's turn this press conference over to our host, Mr. Ade Oladipo.
Thank you very much, Michael. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the very beautiful, historic, and iconic London Guildhall. Welcome to another huge, monumental event, and welcome to Riyadh Season Wembley Edition. Look, I've been very fortunate to have attended all the Riyadh Season events, from our very first one, Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou, to our most recent event in LA, Terence Crawford versus Israel Madrimov. And all of the events have exceeded our expectations. And all the events have got bigger and bigger. Not just fight night, that's not what Riyadh Season is about, but fight week. More excitement, more events, more engagement, and most importantly, more eyeballs on the sport that we love, boxing. What Riyadh Season has done for fighters is, for some, look, it's given them maybe opportunities that they weren't going to get. For some, it's given them the spotlight that they craved. And for two fighters here in our main event, it was an opportunity to rebuild and remind people as to how good and dangerous they can be. Daniel Dubois entered Riyadh Season off the back of a defeat to Alexander Usyk. 2 fights and 2 wins later against Jarrell Miller and Filip Hrgovic, he's now rebuilt. He's one of the best fighters in the world, and he's the current IBF heavyweight champion. Anthony Joshua entered Riyadh Season, and it was Otto Wallin, a stern test on paper, that he came through with flying colours. And then it was Francis Ngannou, a man who had previously called Tyson Fury so much problems. Anthony destroyed him in a couple of rounds. So here we are, two fighters in arguably the form of their lives that will compete in front of 96,000 spectators at the National Stadium. Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois for the IBF heavyweight title in front of the best fight fans in the world, the British fight fans. Now look, normally, I'm going to break protocol a little bit here. Normally you go to the promoters, and I will get to them, Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren, but I want to go to the fighters first. Daniel, I want to come to you. You are the champion, and I want you to clear something up for us, Daniel. The rumors are circling. Where is your trainer, Don Charles? Is there an issue? Is it a case of Don is just sick and not here? What's happened? We haven't seen Don all week.
Listen, as long as they're in my corner on fight night, I'm all right.
But everything is okay?
Yeah, everything's good, you know.
Okay, that's good to hear. Let's move on from that and let's put that rumour to bed. All right, let's start with you, Daniel. Again, you are the current IBF heavyweight champion. You can see that the camera is here. This is a fight of extreme magnitude, right? They're saying this is the biggest British fight card we've ever seen. You headline it. How are you feeling? How's preparation gone?
Everything's gone well. Training camp's gone brilliant. I'm ready to fight. Let's go.
That you are, I know. You've wanted this fight against AJ for a while, not just after the Hrgovic fight, before that. You've called him the king. You said you're the king slayer. Why have you wanted this fight against Anthony Joshua so badly?
Well, it's a resurrection story of my career, and, you know, I'm just on a roll right now, so, you know, I just want the biggest challenges and make a name for myself and create history.
You've had some ups and downs, like every fighter, every top fighter. The ups recently have been very, very good. Jarrell Miller, Filip Hrgovic. When did it switch, Daniel? When did you realize that you are one of the best heavyweights in the world? When did it click that you can compete at the top table?
No, I've always known that. You know, I haven't got too much to say right now. I'm just ready to go on Saturday. It's a great show, and I can't wait to go.
Yeah, but let's move on. I'm going to come back to you, Daniel, though you are going to answer a few more questions, hopefully. AJ, here we go again, right? You've been there, you've done it, you've seen it all. You've been in big events. You've been in big events since you turned pro. What's it like to be at another big event, Riyadh season at Wembley, home of what I think was your biggest success against Vladimir Klitschko?
What a blessing. Thanks for everyone coming today, but it's a blessing to be back again, to be able to perform, prove to myself, prove to my team that I've listened to the instructions in training camp, and we're ready to rock and roll. And I'm in supreme condition, both physically and also mentally. So yeah, it's good to be back, and I've been watching some of the old fights as well, just adding some fuel to the fire, ready to rumble, reminding myself what I can do and what I'm capable of.
We all know exactly what you can do. Daniel Dubois is a name that maybe many thought wouldn't have been your opponent a few months ago. What type of challenge do you expect Daniel Dubois to bring to you on Saturday night?
We'll find out. We've already got a couple hours left, so to everyone that's going to be there, you'll enjoy it, but we'll find out. I can't say I'm not Daniel. All I could do is focus on myself.
Indeed. Again, we will go back to the fighters, but I did want to speak to you first and foremost. Eddie, let's speak to your charge before we talk about Anthony Joshua. Let's talk about Riyadh season, Wembley Edition. I spoke to yourself and Frank, and I was like, look, these Riyadh season events in Riyadh are fantastic. The one in LA was fantastic as well, but we need to get an event in London. We need to get an event to the National Stadium. We're only a couple of days away. What does it mean to have such a big event at Wembley?
Oh yeah, well, good evening everyone, and firstly thank you of course to the Crown Prince and His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh for the vision really. I think everybody felt that Riyadh season would be in Riyadh, and it's been just under a year now since we began boxing in Riyadh season, and the change that we've seen in the sport already has been quite phenomenal. But we didn't expect to see events in Los Angeles, to see events in London, and this one's very special. You know, it's the record, it's 96,000, where I think at a time when British boxing needs a shot in the arm, and it's a shot in the arm that's been provided time and time again by this man to my right. You know, I know he's not a fan of plaudits, but you have to give him to him because we're all very proud of the way he's carried himself since the Olympic gold medal to changing the sport in this country. Every fighter in the country today has benefited off the rise, the performances, and most importantly, the behaviour of Anthony Joshua. He's been a role model. He's inspired boxing from the top to the bottom level of the grassroots of the game. And personally on Saturday, I can't wait. You know, I think His Excellency is going to look around and see one of the greatest nights British boxing has ever seen. Just a phenomenal undercard, and as this fight draws closer, people start to realise what a great fight this is. Two dangerous British heavyweights fighting for the World Heavyweight Championship. And we look back to the nights of Klitschko and Povetkin. AJ's done it all before, but Saturday will be particularly special. Three-time World Heavyweight Champion, and a list that's so thin: Muhammad Ali, Lennox Lewis. And again, I know he's focusing on the performance, but legacy awaits on Saturday night for the most thrilling night. And thanks to all the promoters and broadcasters and Queensbury and team, Spencer Brown, Gold Star, of course the Matchroom team, 258. It's been a brilliant collaboration with Riyadh Season, who will break records on Saturday night and give us one of the great sporting moments. Proud of Anthony Joshua, a full believer in exactly where he's at. Never seen him so calm, never seen him so calculated, never seen him so confident. I believe with all my heart, three-time World Heavyweight Champion on Saturday, and do not miss it. It's going to be a very special night.
Thank you very much, Eddie. Frank, same question to yourself. Obviously, look, you've had Daniel Dubois since the beginning, very much like Eddie's had Anthony since the beginning. You've believed in your man, even with the ups and downs. What a moment for him on Saturday to headline, as we've been hearing, in front of 96,000 people.
It is. First of all, again, I'd like to thank His Excellency and the team who've made this happen. This is an iconic moment for British boxing, there's no doubt about it. It's in an iconic building. The last few press conferences we've had, they've also been in iconic venues, but this is going to be something special. Two massive big punchers, two really good boxers, both of them on a roll, both of them winning fighters. They both had their ups and downs, not just Daniel, both of them had their ups and downs. And so we are definitely going to see something special. And for me, there's nothing better than two Brits in the ring, in a competitive fight, in a big fight, to get atmosphere, 96,000 people, sold out. It is going to be something special. And Daniel, I do believe, is going to show what he's all about. I've believed in him from day one, and he's come through everything. Trials and tribulations, injuries, lots of different things happening behind the scenes, and he's now sitting here with his belt, and he's not letting it go. He's here to keep that belt, to confirm that he is the IBF champion against a very, very good fighter in AJ, who's been brilliant for British boxing, British sport, a man whose record's been impeccable as an amateur, you know, got robbed as a amateur world champion, won the gold medal, two-time world champion. But then we've got the new kid on the block. And this new kid on the block can fight. He can punch. He's as big a puncher, if not a bigger puncher, than AJ. He can jab, same as AJ, and he's got mobility. He's fast, and he's a good finisher. So one thing's for sure, do not blink in this fight. Do not blink, because from the first bell to the last, it's going to be something extra, extra special. I believe this heavyweight fight could be the Britain's Hagler-Hearns. That's how exciting it's going to be.
Daniel, I want to come back to you. I know you said no more questions, but I will try and force a few more questions from you, Daniel. You are now a champion, right? I mean, it's the dream from a kid to where you are now. You've got a new IBF belt in front of you. How's the confidence levels gone up since you've become champion?
Yeah, the world title, I need to retain it and hold on to it. So, yeah, it's a great thing to have, but, I need to legitimize myself by winning this fight. So, I'm ready to go to war and ready for a fight.
Do you expect to knock out Anthony Joshua?
By any means necessary. Knockout, whatever way it comes.
It's points, knockout, whatever way it comes, you're ready for it?
For sure.
AJ? Not been knocked out before?
Yeah.
A lot of people have said they can knock you out. Francis Ngannou mentioned it before when we did the face-off. Other fighters have said it as well. When you hear those words, is it almost just a case of, okay, you have to do what you need to do as well to get the victory?
Definitely. I showed Daniel and his whole team the respect they deserve during training camp, and that's going to put me in good stead on Saturday. So yeah, I'm tough. So is he. As Frank said, we've got all similarities. So may the best man win, really. And good luck to him. Good luck to his team. Thank you to my team for their efforts as well. Yeah, British boxing. One thing when I first started boxing, I said I want to bring the heavyweight division back alive in the UK, and I think we've done that. So well done to everyone here as well.
You guys are being very respectful now, which is nice to see. It is a gentleman's sport. I did the face-off for both of you about a month ago, and it wasn't very nice towards the end of that face-off. I had to move back, and everyone accused me of ducking away from it. I wasn't. But you accused him of being disrespectful then.
Yeah.
What happened for those that maybe didn't get that clear? Why was he disrespectful?
It wasn't disrespectful, it was just a phrase I used, but he said, let's go now. And I clicked for a minute. I said, what does he mean by that? And then he repeated it again. And I just feel like anyone in here, if I was...
Boxing, this is what happens, this is boxing, these things happen, so, you know, we're fighting Saturday, let's go.
So as I was saying, at the press conference, I just feel like you should never let anyone take an inch, because I'll end up taking a mile. You know what I mean, Dan? Sorry? That's it.
He said, never, was it take an inch? Never let anyone take an inch, because they'll take a mile.
Dan, I've spoken to you all week, and all week it's been smiles. I sense that the switch is now on, because you're a few days away from going to war with Anthony Joshua. Has that switch turned? Because look, we spoke yesterday and you're all smiling. We spoke the day before and it was all smiles as well. It's a very different Daniel Dubois now.
No, I've been preparing for this for months, weeks, and you know, it's been spoken about from the start of my career, so as a pro. So, you know, here we are now. I'm ready for it. I feel good. I'm ready.
Okay, as I cleared up the Don Charles thing right at the beginning, I do want to clear up one more thing. And forgive me, both of you, for doing this, but I do need to clear it up because a lot of people want to know about it as well. This spar that happened several years ago. Now, you, Frank, said in a recent documentary that you heard about the spar and you signed him basically because of that spar as well. Can we clear that up now? Obviously, look, we know you guys are going to fight for the real thing on Saturday, but can we clear up this sparring story, these sparring rumors? AJ?
He cracked me with a great shot, and it's my chance to get him back on Saturday. I'm looking forward to it.
There you go, Dan.
Well, we sparred hundreds of rounds, didn't
it? You cracked him, Daniel. So you know you can hurt him.
It's sparring. Now we're fighting. It's different, you know.
I think it's different.
Ready to go. Let's move on now. We can move on now.
Oh.
Move on.
Okay. No tables flying, anything. Let's just keep this one very, very peaceful. Daniel, how do you win? Tell me how it works.
I ain't predicting nothing. I'm ready to go, and I'm ready to fight.
As expected. Anthony Joshua, how do you win on Saturday?
How do I win on Saturday? Can happen in a variety of ways, various ways, but I'm not dependent on punch power, you know. You know what, it takes a lot more than that to be a great fighter. A lot more than that to be a great fighter, so there's various ways I'll win. But I've got the fighter spirit, and that's how I'll go in there and break him down with my spirit.
Eddie mentioned that you can be one of those, you know, rare fighters that are a three-time heavyweight world champion. Does that matter to you at this stage of your career, or is it big fights?
Nah, I'll tell you, all the accolades and stuff come later, because I always say, it's crazy, go back to your house on Sunday morning, have the same breakfast, put your clothes in the same laundry basket, nothing really changes, go to the same local gym. So for me, it's just, I just want to compete. I'm glad I've got some of the best challenges in front of me to compete with during my career. Brings the best out of me, so yeah, that's all it is really. I'm a competitive person, and I've got a competition that I need to attend to on Saturday, and I'm looking forward to it.
Daniel, final one, don't get upset with me, I'm going to ask you one more. You're walking out in front of 96,000, you are a heavyweight world champion. A lot of people think you've got a good chance here. What's that feeling going to be like when you take that ring walk?
Like I've taken it many times before, just this time it's on the biggest stage, so you know, the energy's going to be higher.
And AJ, you've done that walk before. Again, I said, the Vladimir Klitschko fight I thought was your best performance, an iconic performance. You take that same walk again, what's that feeling going to be like for you?
The feeling?
The feeling.
Sorry?
The feeling, what's that feeling going to be like for you?
Be the same for all of us, you know. Honestly, all of us, many greats have walked it before. All of the undercard are going to walk it, I'm going to walk it. I'm going to feel just like any of them. But when I step into that ring, that's when I switch on and I'm ready. So the ring walk I'm not really interested in. That's just getting to the location to do my job. But once I'm in the ring, I'll be ready, 110%.
And final one to the promoters, Eddie and Frank, you've been there, both of you, you've done quite a lot in the sport. You've been at Wembley before and you've held big events. You've been at Wembley before and you've held big events. What's it going to mean to both of you to take that walk with your fighters to that ring for what is the biggest British fight card we've ever seen?
Well, listen, I'll be one of the lucky 96,000 with a great seat. But all that matters is this man to the right. The journey so far, this is his 4th fight at Wembley. Going back to the Matt Legg fight where, you know, even the Vladimir Klitschko fight, he was just a young man starting out with a huge heart and brute force. Now, I believe he's the best heavyweight in the world with every fundamental you need. And he's developed into a great fighter. Shout out Ben Davison, Barry, the team, done an amazing job. And this is what it's all about. This is what high-level sport is all about. You know, when he boxed Vladimir Klitschko at Wembley, people still say to me that was the greatest sporting event I've ever witnessed. I've been to Ryder Cups, Centre Court or Wimbledon. Nothing touched it. This is the beauty of big-time boxing you will see unfold at the National Stadium on Saturday night. It's going to be an amazing night, and history shall be made for this man.
And Frank, final one to you. You've had some incredible nights as a boxing promoter. This probably will be one of your biggest, if not your biggest, if Daniel Dubois can beat Anthony Joshua in front of 96,000 at Wembley.
Without a doubt. You know, on Saturday night, I genuinely believe that Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois are going to provide something that's going to be extra special, not just in boxing, in sport. And I believe that Daniel Dubois will cement his legacy in boxing.
We'll find out on Saturday. Is it going to be and still, or is it going to be and the new? Daniel Dubois versus Anthony Joshua, IBF heavyweight champion. Both fighters are going to pose for photos and do a face-off.
Ladies and gentlemen, two fighters come forward on the stage for a photo op.
So there it was.
Two-time world heavyweight
Daniel Dubois.
champion AJ and Anthony Joshua up against the two-time heavyweight world champion and current reigning and defending IBF heavyweight champion of the world, Triple D, Daniel Dynamite Dubois. It all goes down Saturday night here in London at the legendary Wembley Stadium. 96,000 fans. It's sold out. An all-time record for the sport of boxing.
Last time that they're able to kind of get in each other's head, but look, no doubt I agree with what they both said. This promises to be fireworks. They can win in a number of ways, but they both carry tremendous power, and I think for one of them that will be decisive on the night.
Could it boil down to whose chin is tougher? You know, they're both going to have to take powerful right hands to get the other.
But let's not forget about the shorter game.
Because I don't have an IP.
Joshua has one of the best left hooks in heavyweight boxing by far. And so does Daniel Dubois. He's coming to the power in his left hook. And let's not forget AJ's uppercut, Darren. That right uppercut. No, against Klitschko.
Stretch Klitschko's head.
Oh, unbelievable. So, you know, they're both adapting, not just the typical 1-2 left and right, straight right hands. They have the uppercuts and the left hooks as well.
All right, let's send it down to Ariel Helwani, who's going to get a word with both fighters.
All right, thank you very much, guys. Here with the man himself, Anthony Joshua, my guy Femi. It's good to see you again.
You too.
And you know, Anthony, so much has been said about you and your evolution. I'm just wondering if we could go back to September 22nd, 2018. Almost exactly 4 years ago was the last time you fought at Wembley Stadium. What is the difference between this Anthony Joshua and the one who fought there 4 years ago?
Mature. 4 years is a long time. More mature, more training camps. Thicker skin, where I've been fighting tougher opponents and so on. Had my bumps and bruises along the way. Coming back stronger. Yeah, standing tall now.
I love the fact that you started with mature. I have to say, watching you all week, it's been a joy. You seem so calm, cool, collected, but also grateful for the journey and so comfortable in your own skin. It really feels like you, in the midst of this chaos, are enjoying it all and in your own world. Is that a fair assessment of where you're at right now?
Yeah, life goes on, life continues. So I don't put too much pressure on the moment ahead of me, living in the present. Then when that moment comes on Saturday, I'll be present, and then we'll be on to the next challenge. So I don't overcomplicate the situation anymore. I'm mature.
That all being said, 2 years ago in Saudi Arabia, when you had your moment post-Usyk, if we would have talked that night and said, in 2 years it'll all work out, you'll sell out 96,000 at Wembley, you'll be this close to undisputed, would you have believed me in your heart?
I don't know about selling out Wembley, but I think that I could have had a good chance at becoming champion again. Yeah, I would have been like, yeah, I could do that. If I really wanted deep down in my heart, I could definitely do it. But Wembley, that's a big blessing. Shout out to everyone that's coming. What a time to be alive, what a time to be involved in the fight game.
Symbolically, there's something beautiful there, because at times it has felt like the British public didn't always have your back. 96,000, you still don't feel that way?
Nah.
Come on, 96,000, that's all for you.
True, it's the minority, isn't it?
It's a vocal minority.
But at the same time comes with the territory.
Why do you feel like they don't have your back still?
No, it's not they don't have your back, but people underestimate me. I told you that last time. People will always continue to underestimate me. That's probably what I was going to say. It's part of the British public underestimate me. But that's fine. That's always going to be part of the game. And do you know what? It drives me a lot.
Final thing, you've been here before, this is old hat. It's somewhat new for him. When you look at him just now, when you look in his eyes, do you feel like he is ready for this moment, for this stage?
Yeah. He's done it loads of times before. So, like, whether it's being at Wembley, Poland, Tottenham, York Hall, wherever he's boxed before, he's done it loads of times, and he'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll come to throw punches. So, yeah, I'm not expecting someone to just crumble under pressure. I'm expecting someone that's going to try and test my manhood, and I'm going to be there ready. You know what I mean? I'm going to be there ready.
What are you listening to?
Right now, nothing. I'm
nothing.
Expecting our conversation.
Listen, now, by the way, everyone's asking you this question now. They stole it from me. You know that. They stole that question from me.
Launching an AirPod brand.
If they're not paying you for this, something's wrong, my man.
Nah, they don't pay me for it. They don't pay me for it. But right now, I'm listening to nothing. Respecting the questions at the press conference, respecting your time. And when I get in the car, last documentary I was watching was Sonny Liston. Do you know what they say? All the footage they have of Sonny Liston is actually of him between 30 and 34, 35. You know that?
I did not know that.
So when you look at Sonny Liston fighting, he's not a young man. He's actually, and it's just amazing, like how dominating, how fresh he was, how intimidating he was, and how late that you can come into the game and achieve amazing things. 30-odd years old he was when we watched the footage of the great Charles Sonny Liston. So,
sounds like you.
Yeah, late starter, innit? Late starter, yeah. I got to go out there and prove myself now, you know what I mean?
Well, thank you so much for the time. Best of luck to you, AJ. Much appreciated. Much love. The great Anthony Joshua. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, Ariel. Sonny Liston, known as, at least Teddy Atlas told me he thinks Sonny Liston was the most intimidating man to stare down with in the history of boxing. The stare down between Daniel Dubois and Anthony Joshua, kind of mellow. We might see a little bit more tomorrow. We've been on air for 2.5 hours, all right? It's past Barry's bedtime. I'm being told each of you guys get one final thought, wrapping up what happened here today. We'll start with the Welshman.
Yeah, I'm just super excited. I think it's getting to a crescendo now that, I mean, once the weigh-in happens, we're in fight mode, and that's all we want. This just accelerates it.
Give me the first bell of the first fight for Saturday, because I've no doubt, I look forward to the undercard as well. A lot's been spoken about the main event. The undercard is brilliant. Every single fight on there means something. We're in for a real treat.
Hey, we still got 48 hours to go. So we're not going to hear that first bell for another 48 hours. That means tomorrow we're going to see you right back here on DAZN for the weigh-in and the final face-offs before they head to Wembley. A record crowd expected of about 96,000. For Ariel Helwani, Darren, Barry, I'm Todd. We'll see you back in good old London tomorrow.
Wembley Stadium.
where it began.
I can't begin to know when.
Was in the spring, and spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you come along?
And touching hands, reaching out,
touching me,
touching you. Look at the night, and it don't seem so lonely.
and when I hurt, hurting runs off my shoulders.
عشاق الساحرة المستديرة، أنتم على موعد مع مباراة النادي الأهلي وجورماهيا الكيني بتعليق الكابتن مدحت شلبي في إياب دور 32 لدوري أبطال إفريقيا، ومتابعة حية عقب اللقاء لاحتفالية تتويج النادي الأهلي بطلاً للدوري المصري موسم 23-24 ضمن حلقة خاصة من الكورة مع فايق السبت 7 مساء على NBC مصر 2.
ست كبيرة وطيبة على عيني وعلى راسي، بس دي هتضيع لي مستقبلي. دكتور حسام مستحيل يرجعني الشغل بعد اللي حصل له.
ان شاء الله هترجع، بس دكتور غندور قال ان في امل ان هي تسمع.
يا امي المشكلة مش في السمع.
انا بالنسبة لي المشكلة في السمع، الست دي لو بتسمع هتبقى انسب واحدة تبقى معانا.
احنا دلوقتي جايبين واحدة عندنا في البيت تساعدنا عشان تسهل لنا حياتنا مش تصعبها اكتر.
مش هجيب واحدة صغيرة تانية يا حمدي.
مدام ياسمين دي اخر مرحلة. جربي كده حضرتك.
تيتا صفية انتي سامعاني؟
ثانية واحدة. جربوا.
سامعاني كده؟
الله، صوتك حلو قوي، قولي كمان.
الحمد لله على السلامة.
الله يسلمك. يا سلام، آخر حاجة سمعتها كان صوت عبده الحمولي.
جرب كده.
خربت بيت اللي خلفوني.
طب والله العظيم يا أستاذ حمدي، أنا ما كنت عارف إنها كبدة راجل.
انت يا مؤمنة ازاي يجيلك قلب تطبخي كبدة مرسوم عليها صورة بني آدم؟
أنا كنت فاهمة إن ده صوت الجزار.
ايه اللي انا بسمعه ده؟
لا ده موضوع بسيط يا دكتور، يعني هو حصل لبس بس.
لبس ايه؟ ده في الصين كانوا خفاش العالم كله اتدمر. انتوا بتاكلوا بني ادمين.
لا والله هي ما بتحصلش كل يوم، احنا كنا راجل واحد بس. على فكرة دي مش غلطتها، انت اللي جبت كبدة بسيوني البيت.
بيومي
بيوم.
شفت بقى ان هي فايقة ومركزة؟ شاطرة يا تيتا صفية. دكتور احنا تعبناك معانا بجد، متشكرين.
على ايه؟ انا ما عملتش غير شغل.
يلا اتفضلي. دكتور صحيح انا بس طالع لي دم في عيني هنا.
النهارده ايه؟
النهارده الخميس.
تعالى السبت اكشف رمد.
انا بس السبت عندي مشاوير، ممكن اجي الجمعه؟
يبقى